one more bite here.
Okay, we are in. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a YouTube live stream tonight. I'm David from Red Wagon Dioramas. Guys, introduce yourself, Jeremy.
Jeremy, Desert Hunter 83 over here. How you guys doing?
Art D. Henderson on Instagram.
And Wiz at Darth Wiz something Instagram.
And now you're Lord Nick tonight, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lord Nick.
So how you guys doing tonight, huh?
Doing well.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Busy with Christmas stuff.
In the holiday spirit, yeah. Full on holiday.
Oh, yeah.
Just doing the whole Christmas thing.
1 week left.
Yep. Enjoying the moment. Just kind of appreciating all the toys and everything coming in.
It just goes so fast, the days and the weeks. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you guys done all your Christmas shopping or?
Oh, yeah. For the most part.
Yeah. I got the last couple things over the last week. That everything I needed is done. Good to go. How about you, Nick?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I just need to get soaps and stuff like that for family members.
So exciting.
That's very, very specific. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this girl I know, she makes like these really nice natural soaps. She's local, so I try to do all my shopping like really local. And and she I have to turn off my email here because otherwise it's going to keep sending me alerts.
Yeah, you're popular.
And yeah, well, yeah, it's like spam and Google and everything that you don't want through.
Come shop.
But anyway, she knows. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, fuck yeah. God, you get so many those these days. It drives you crazy. That and in Canada, it used to be WestJet. We'd always get phone calls like WestJet, wanting your, some sort of deal or that. Then it became duck cleaning services. That one's constantly. That one's kept going for like. That's been strong for like I don't even know how many years. It feels like a decade now. You guys all get those too, eh? Yeah. But, anyways, no, she's got a bunch of really good soaps that she sells locally, so it's good to give to like, your wife.
Oh, support! Yeah, support
mom.
Local. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy, what were you hanging up there behind you? You got a bunch of new stuff on the wall back there.
Yeah. You got
I was kind of setting up my my Marvel display. I was kind of messing. I'm putting all the Marvel Legends kind of in one area, so I wanted to have. It's funny. I went on Amazon and I bought like last year's 2023 calendar for like I don't know. It was like half price, like 50%. It's like $7. And I took all the pictures out of it, and I just was like, all right, well, there's the Avengers right there.
Oh,
so I just kind of took them out of the calendar, and then I had a poster already that was like the whole team and whatever. So kind of doing like a Marvel Legends Avengers display, and then have all the figures set up in front of it. So yeah, that's about it. I was just kind of playing in my man cave. I got some family coming to visit from my aunt and uncle are coming out here from California next week for about 7 days.
Oof.
So I'm like, I'm going to have company. I'm like, cool, I can show all this stuff off. I better have it looking nice and all set up. It gives me a reason to get in here and play and change it all up, So
there you go.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, I love that Top Gun that poster behind you. And I love the shirt poster too, especially.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that one I got that on Amazon too, man. You can get like $10. I got like I don't know, got like 3 or 4 posters and they were like $10 each. So got some good ones.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I like. I mean, I don't know about you. I'm kind of old school. I like movie posters. I come in here and I want this room to feel like almost like my room when I was a kid. When I was like 10, 11, 12 years old. So it takes me back to that. Fun frame simplicity.
Yep. Same here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway.
So let's
got some nice plants behind you there.
I collect action figures. My wife, she has her tropical plants.
I was gonna say, yeah, you have a
Yeah.
forest behind you, a little
Yeah,
mini. Got some bonsai trees and stuff going on.
Well, she on Facebook. She's part of a group, a local plant hobby group, and for a while she's getting a lot of cuttings. And
Mhm.
if anybody's a plant person and they spot there's some pretty actually good, some cool plants, some actually pricey plants back there, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
One of these days I'll get one and do some pictures with some Ewoks.
Yeah, so you got to hide some Ewoks in there.
Yeah, I got to get
Yeah,
a cool
for sure.
background maybe, or it's just time. I just but yeah, it's fun. For a while it was in our bedroom and we moved it down here to the office. So, but it was cool when we were in the bed. It was in the bedroom. I got to see them more. So it's cool.
Mhm.
They're fun. I did all
Plants
the
have good vibes,
all the
man.
lighting. I got the UV lighting. I had to do all that. That took
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, that does.
Hopefully they never
That's a
break
process.
because it took me forever.
Yeah, that's a process. So, David, what about you? What do you got your man cave set up down there? Or are you still working on it?
I've been working on this behind me a lot, getting
Nice.
there.
It's getting more and more.
Nice.
You can see it's more populated now.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, see, it's more out on display. There's not everything was kind of put away before.
I've got I just started putting
Nice.
lights in the big cube shelf back there. But it's not done yet. When I get the lights on, then I'll do a video on the channel.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too. I'm like, once you get set up all nice how you want it, it's like you gotta do a tour. You gotta capture that moment and share it.
Here we go.
On my
Here's motion
shelf, I
sensor.
got the little puck lights almost that you just tap.
Oh yeah, I want to get some
They're
of those. The puck lights.
They're easier because they're battery. I just got them at Target or Walmart.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the puck lights are good. I like how they look.
they're-
That looks good, David. Was that a LED display or what is that?
Yeah, they're little flat LED panels I got at Costco. They're about 2 feet
Oh, yeah.
long, and they have a motion sensor, but you can daisy chain them in series. So
Okay.
if I hit the light here, it does both shelves.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Yeah.
And I got another one up top.
Very
Those are-
cool.
So that's what I got so far. It's a little bright. I mean, it's fluorescent, but I like it. It brightens it up a lot. But for now, I touched the wrong one. There we go. I don't want the glare in the background right now for the stream.
Yeah, it's pretty bright for the
Yeah.
stream.
Say hi to
but-
Brian. Brian's popping in. Hi, Brian.
What's up, Brian?
And
Yeah, what's up to the chat? Hey, everybody. Whoever's here.
yeah, we got a couple people watching. Yeah, if anybody wants to join in the chat tonight, just leave a comment. If you want to pop in and say hi, that's cool with us.
I don't know if we have a specific topic, but I have 3 questions for you guys. So I just have,
Okay.
we'll go through that as we go along.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we could start with pickups because that's the easiest. Just kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
get the ball rolling with if you guys have got anything new in the last couple weeks. It's been about a month since we chatted, right?
Yeah, roughly, yeah, give or take.
All the Black Friday stuff came out. All those
Oh,
huge sales. I got
Oh man.
a ton of
Yeah, it
figures.
was-
It was.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was everywhere. Like if you had cash and you looked around, there was like nonstop deals left and right.
There were so many figures I paid full price.
I know.
I know. I was like, I know some
You
people that
never
are
know.
probably
You
mad
never
right now.
Hey, I'm
Yep.
helping support Hasbro paying full price.
Hey man, Hasbro had a rough year. You know what I mean? There's no getting around that.
That's somebody's
Yeah.
that's somebody's job. I'm helping support.
Yeah.
Glass half full.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. It's
That's fine.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'd
mean,
like to
shit,
have that.
it's-
You never know. You never know. And well, that's partly one of the reasons I keep looking. I've kind of scaled back on what I do get because I'm like, unless I really like it, I'll hold off, and if it goes on sale, then I'll get it. Where I used to be more try to get
I
the
just
whole
think
line, whatever.
I think it's kind of funny the mindset that's going around the internet that it's like if you don't buy stuff at full price, you're not being a good collector. You're not supporting your lines, and it's like
Yeah.
no. I think at this point we're allowed to sit back and be like, look, I'm going to pay the best price for it. I'm going to pay what I feel this stuff is worth, and to me, this stuff is like $15 to $20 per figure. That's what it's worth to me. I'm not going to pay what they want for it at full price, and sometimes that doesn't work out, and sometimes it does. But that's what it is now.
I'm on a couple of years into this now, and I look back at all the figures I
Yeah.
have, and I'm like,
Yeah,
so many of them I could have passed on. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so that's
Close the
where
door,
I'm
please.
at. So I'm
Go
like,
see Mom.
do I
Go see Mom.
absolutely love it? That's where I'm at, you know. So
Yeah.
just because
Exactly.
I don't know, I've run out of room, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You either run out of room or you run out of cash. One of the two.
Yeah, so I've started putting stuff in my garage, you know.
Yeah.
I got
And
my
that's the
table
thing.
in my
If you
garage.
can't,
I put stuff out. You know.
I'm like, if you can't display it, I mean, at some point, it's like, do you want to
Yeah.
keep it? Is it worth just having to take up space? I mean, it depends on what it is, if it's vintage or if it's new stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
that's got to be hard to balance. Like, what do you let go of? What do you hold on to? You know, that's tough.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I find it easy.
You do well. Yeah, you have a very
So
specific
Nick.
focus. Yeah, you just you can do that. I can't. It's hard, man. It's hard to
but
decide.
it's helped me to say no
No,
to things, you know, because I'm like, I
Jeremy,
just don't have.
in your situation, no. In Jeremy's situation, I understand because it's like you can't put stuff up in the attic because you're like in Arizona, right? Aren't you, Jeremy? Or
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the climate here is nice. I mean, I can put stuff in the garage and it's completely fine. Oh, I think we lost David.
oh,
I
okay,
don't know what happened there. He'll be
Yeah.
back.
yeah, because if
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't have an attic or a basement.
it goes
to put
above,
store things. I gotta put. I'm in the same boat as you, Jeremy. That I gotta put it in the garage if I don't have room for it.
Yeah. Well, and the thing too is, it's like,
it
man. I
depends
mean,
on
I
it
know.
depends on the temperature.
Yeah, it depends on where you are, and it depends on if it's. I mean, if you can put it outside or it can handle the elements. I mean, plastic is. You know, we know how it
Well,
is. Sometimes it can get brittle.
we have heated garages here, so I keep my garages at
Mhm.
55.
Sure.
So the things
When I
that
say
the vintage,
72
I put
Fahrenheit,
the vintage. I put the stuff, the vintage I open out there.
Right. Right.
No,
Well, and the
but
thing,
yeah,
I mean, the thing for me is I like to I don't really have too many things that aren't out like on display. I like to kind of rotate through stuff.
yeah.
I move stuff around, like I'll even move like shelves around. I'll move, characters around just to keep it fresh, keep it interesting. Because I feel like if you keep everything in one place for too long, it can get a little stagnant, a little bored. It also kind of keeps it interesting for you to like repost stuff and just
I've
move
seen
it.
I've seen a couple YouTubers that they live in the city and they have one cabinet that they do, and they have a rotation.
Yeah.
They're like,
Exactly.
okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Yep.
So
Yeah. I kind of have decided I'm gonna have it all in one area, like one wall. Not have it on all four walls. Just try to have everything kind of in one space and then make it work together. Oh, there's David. Okay.
Sorry, guys. One second. Popped out
No,
for a second.
that's okay. I thought we lost the whole thing. I was like, oh, maybe it went offline.
I had to grab a bite to eat, honestly.
No worries. That's cool.
My kids brought my dinner down to me. I was like, oh, that's good.
oh yeah.
Yeah, good timing.
oh, good kids, trained well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say 72 Fahrenheit is. They say 72 Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature, I think. For your figures to, if you have too much,
That's
they
why
go too cold, too warm. You can get
honestly, that's why I
in the
never.
cards, but it depends. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that's why I don't have any figures. I have mostly Hasbro figures. I don't have any of them on stands or anything, and I don't have any. Nobody ever falls over, Legends or Black Series, because the house never gets below 70 in here, and it never goes above like 78. Because of the summer and the winter, I keep the air conditioning on. So. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. I don't have any problems with but I don't keep anything in the garage. The garage gets up to about 100 in the middle of summer.
Yeah,
You should just keep it on your back porch.
Yeah.
100 degrees.
I don't have to use boiling water. I just put it outside for 10 minutes and it loosens up the joints fine.
Never have loose joints in Arizona.
That'd be a great
No.
just do air it outside and air and pop.
That's right. Yeah. Just throw it out in the sun for 10 minutes. It'll loosen that thing up.
Well, that's why I like where I have most of my collection is it doesn't. It's actually in my big closet, and
Right.
it doesn't have any windows, so it don't get direct sunlight on the carded stuff I like on the wall. It doesn't have any windows anywhere near it, so you don't have any direct, which is just a killer for most figures if you have them you know, any sort of
Yeah.
direct sunlight, any windows or anything, you know.
You know
So,
what I bought too? I bought one of those
Yeah.
room darkening shades from like Walmart, and I covered the only
Oh,
window
there
I
you
have
go.
in this room, so I keep out
Yeah.
all the sun. So I don't really get anything in this room. And you're right, that does make a difference.
This time of year, I don't have to worry about it, but in the summer, we get the sun comes in
Oh,
right
yeah.
in my face here,
The sun.
and it's just
Yeah, the sun
the rooms
kills.
that have the sun. The rooms that have the sun, we
Oh,
get
yeah.
up. The room, it just the temperature because we don't have AC here either. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just it gets hot. You know,
Yeah, it just cooks your figures. Yeah, it really does.
dogs eating, dogs having dinner time.
Hey, they got to
She
eat
was
too.
barking at the door. I'm like, oh, looks like you had a box there, David.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
one of
so-
my pickups that came in a couple weeks
There you
ago,
go.
about a month ago.
Oh,
now.
those are cool.
This is that 6-pack of retro figures with Yak Face and
Yeah.
the new
Yeah.
Mothmo.
My brother
Yeah, I
had
don't-
that. My brother had the what is that? The Jawa, the Jawa, the Ewok, Wicket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Wicket. Yeah, we had that Wicket, the OG.
I don't collect that scale, but I love that pack. Like I wish,
Oh, I
I'd
love
love
it,
to
yeah.
see them do more stuff like that.
I especially liked the New Hope line
Hmm.
because it was like how they actually looked. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, with
I
the one with
I like getting those.
3PO and
Yeah, that's
I
the
like
one.
this guy.
That's
guy.
the one I'll have after Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's coming
Yeah.
in?
Yeah, well, it's up in my closet. I gotta wrap it.
Oh, very cool.
Well, we got it. I got it on a Disney. It was part of the Disney Shop Disney sale, and
Okay.
so we got a whole bunch of other stuff. It was a couple months ago, and we got it in. My wife was like, "No, that's Christmas stuff." I'm like, "What?"
You're like, oh yeah.
Whatever.
I'll pretend to not have seen it.
Alright. I'm
I'll
like-
act excited.
It's something else to unwrap, you know.
Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah. I've done that too. I did that already,
Yeah.
actually.
I got these for Boba. It's right now. It's Boba Fett's throne room, but soon it'll be Jabba's throne room.
Right.
I got off Makari. I got
Oh, cool.
this guy.
Oh, very cool.
I
That's
almost
a nice
don't want to
card.
open it just because it's in pretty good condition, but
Yeah, I like
get another
that.
shot. We angle it.
Very cool.
So
What's that character's name?
he's EV9D9. So
Okay.
I have a little area
Yeah, he's-
that I'm going to be doing, and then the other one I got is this one. Yeah,
That's the
I got this
Return of
one
the
too.
Jedi one.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
very
He's,
cool.
and he's got his little, and he got this guy,
yeah.
and
Those are great.
previously-
Where'd you get those from, Art?
just off Makari. I've been
Okay.
eyeballing them, and I just got them off Makari
Nice.
because it's the two. I kind of search it once in a while, and those are the two. They're all over, so I got a good deal.
Yeah.
And Makari had some sort of a coupon I could use, so I got pretty much free. Paid for the shipping, so I got free shipping, which is a big deal for us, So
Yeah.
I got a little area off the my Jabba's palace that I have kind of as the droids area, And I
Okay.
got some gonk droids that I'm gonna put. Really, she wants to sit with us. So, yeah,
That's funny.
and I got these guys. I got this the other day. Itty bitty.
Oh, I got that too. Yeah.
I got this,
Oh, that's cool.
and I had it on my shelf, and you'll get a kick out of this. And
There's
I
a
was
little
like,
tiny droid in
I
there.
was like, what's inside of this? I had it on my shelf for a little couple.
A little tiny
couple days.
RTD too.
My son put a pork inside.
Ah,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, he fell out. I
That's
was like, "What
perfect.
is in here?" He was like, "I put a pork in there." So I kind of keep it in there
That's
just
great.
because it's funny.
Yeah.
But what's funny is, and then I got the two other ones I got are these guys.
which Scout
This
Trooper?
is a Scout Trooper, which will go good with the kind of because I have two. I have a whole bunch.
Is that
of
the
material.
Micro
Look at
Galaxy? Is that what that
Yeah.
is?
the Micro Galaxy, and
Very
then
cool.
this is
Yeah.
Echo, because my daughter
yeah.
likes Echo.
Is he one of the
and-
rare ones? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I kind of cheated in that somebody went and slit the tape on top of every one. And so it was already slit. I didn't do it, but I got what I wanted though.
Yeah.
And
That's all right.
otherwise I would
Nothing wrong
have,
with that.
yeah, somebody, I was like, somebody opened these. I was like, oh, well,
Yeah, people are really serious about those things. I've seen a lot
so
of that.
yeah.
Art,
Yeah,
same
well,
thing with me. Same thing.
Yeah.
I got the pod, the same one with 3PO, because someone had opened it and left it there. I was like,
And that's the one. That's the one I wanted. I was
Yeah.
like, I want the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got it otherwise. You know.
How
I would've got
many
another
waves?
Ewok.
How many waves is that line into it? I mean, that thing's been going for about a year now, hasn't it?
The mystery boxes it's series 4. I know that because it says it on
Oh,
the
wow.
box. So it's
Oh
easy.
wow. Okay.
But they've been cranking them
Sounds-
out, and I've been.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna say it's been doing well.
I forgot. I got a Y-wing yesterday when I stopped at
Oh,
Walmart.
that one's
Oh,
been
very
hard to
cool.
find. Yeah.
That's gonna be
Very
fun. The
cool.
Y-wing.
Do
I feel like
the
it
ships
came in a
come with little
box.
stands, or are they just
No,
like
the
micro machines?
ships, which I wish the dog opened the door. I wish they did. That was my one thing. I wish they had flight stands, but there's some
Yeah.
stuff online you can get that do well.
Okay. Little
Nope,
3D
sorry,
printers or
frozen.
whatever.
Yeah. 3D.
Yeah, so eventually I want where I have them, they're kind of up on a shelf, and eventually I want to make a
Okay.
shelf where I could see all of my Micro Galaxy stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got the Y-wing. I think the Y-wing came in a box of the Mando's new ship, whatever it is, which looks pretty cool, but I passed on it because I have vintage collection size of it.
Yeah.
I was like, I've told myself I'm sticking with OT with Micro Galaxies, which helps.
I did the same thing actually. Yeah. Yeah.
So those are my big ones. And then I got Obi-Wan with this with this guy.
How is he? Do you like him?
I like him. His head sculpt is the best Ewan, I think. His beard is a little thicker, and he's got these goggles. This hood is a little goofy, but not as bad as others.
Yeah.
I like him. And otherwise, I would have paid $7 in shipping. So I'm not big on the purple people.
Yeah.
I'm not big on
Coast
these.
Coast. Yeah.
But I got this because it goes with this one. So I'll put them next to each other. It's the same scene. It's scene specific. And I saved it was free shipping. So
Is that Obi-Wan a Walmart exclusive? Or I can't remember.
Yes, it was
It
Walmart exclusive, and shipping was like $7. I was like, good Lord, so I was like searching, and the Force Ghost was the only one that I didn't have. Everything else I'm like, I either don't want or already have.
Yeah.
So, and then I can't remember if I showed these off last time, but I got these two ladies. I got better with the helmet off.
Yeah.
Sabine. Yeah. I got the droid too, and I forgot him upstairs, but I got him too. These are the only two Ahsoka figures I got. And this one, surprisingly, Sabine is surprisingly my favorite figure, in that my new figures I get, I kind of put them on my sink area where I brush my teeth and stuff, just because I pass by it every day. And my new figures, I kind of open them and put them there. It's kind of a habit. And and I find myself just kind of posing her in different poses more so than other figures I have, so it's like,
Sorry about that.
She's a great figure. I like her. Hair's good too, but I found,
I've got her right here to open tonight.
There you go.
Up yet.
She's a
Yeah,
good
I
figure.
almost grabbed that figure. I like it. She looks good. I
kind of
got my eye on that one.
Was definitely, which ones do I really want? And Hera, Sabine, and what's
Huang.
Huang. Yes, I got
Huang.
Huang. He's fun. He kept falling over, so he's sitting down now.
Oh, okay.
He's in a sitting position, and he would, So
I picked up that.
I feel like I got these guys a long time ago. I did, but I I did a photo shoot with them. The Last Crusade, Indy.
Oh yeah.
I did a photo shoot with these guys recently, and they are fun, So I got both the docs, Dr. Jones.
Yeah, those are good.
Versus umbrella. His umbrella, he keeps dropping his umbrella.
Now, did you grab those when they went on sale on GameStop?
No, I bought them at full price.
Oh,
They got the whole container,
That's how it goes.
and I wasn't sure if I wanted to get the whole line, but I definitely wanted those two. Indy, Last Crusade, Indy, and him, and I got the Knight.
yep.
wanted the knight, and the knight is
Yeah.
fun. He is fun. His sword, you know, he's a fun figure. And I wanted Elsa just because I don't know, you know, you just have those figures. So I got Elsa, and so I got all four. So I'm like, well, I'm only two away from the whole stand. So I got
what's the artifact that you
the artifact. That's
Yeah, I
what
was say
Yeah.
So I was only two away, and of course, the two. So I got the whole artifact.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to steady, and nope, I lost the cup. So of course, the two. It comes in 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then two figures have half the cups. and
Okay.
stuff.
That's a pretty cool one. That's probably the best
And
one
of
so far
course,
out of any of them.
the two main pieces for the table come in the two less desirable figures.
Of course, yeah.
One was
Yeah,
one
yeah,
was one of the characters from the new movie. Well, they were both from the new movie.
Yeah.
One was the main villain, and one was
Is it
Benicio
the
del
sailor
Toro, the sailor guy.
Oh,
I opened the box, took out the artifact, and put them back in the box. I don't even have them out because I hadn't seen the movie. Now I've seen the movie, and I'm still don't really care. you know.
it's weird
Yeah.
that he was such a small character in the movie.
He
It's
was.
just because he's Andy Serkis,
Yeah.
right? So that's why.
No, he's Benicio del Toro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking someone else. Okay.
Yeah, it was the
I
fish.
thought it was
yeah.
Antonio Banderas.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
We got all-
One
all
of those
names.
He's a big,
Yeah.
he's a big name. So,
Jeez,
Yeah, he
guys. You guys
I
don't
wanted
even know
to
you're
Puss in
Hollywood.
Boots.
but now I got the whole
Forgive me.
crew. But she also has a separate head. No, I dropped her head. She has this head as well,
Oh, okay.
which is fun. But I chose this head because this is the look she has when she's holding the grail in the end, which I kind of has her posing.
She's like, come on, Indy.
For
We've
now.
got it.
So
I might change it up. I might change it up later.
can I ask a question?
Drop it.
Because I only grabbed like one or two figures out of that line. So think about this. That line has not only alternate hands, alternate heads. They have really cool accessories, and they come with a build and artifact piece for $24.99.
They have
And
the
it's
same
Lucasfilm.
fee. It's
And I'm
Lucasfilm,
like-
so they have the same Lucasfilm fee.
And they're all brand new. These are all brand new sculpts. Most of these cannot be reused. They're going to be pretty unique one-off characters. And I'm just like, man, I don't know what it is. Who's mad at the Star Wars team? Like, what happened to the
think
Black Series?
I think they might have done it to kind of try to increase sales of the Adventure series.
Mhm.
I have Raiders Indie here because I wanted to compare the face,
Mhm.
the head sculpt.
Hang on, I'll make you
Let me try to
screen there.
get them.
So, which one? The Raiders of the Lost Ark is on the right.
Raiders
Yeah.
is the one with the whip, and Last Crusade has the tie. And I don't know what the eyes are. I prefer Raiders. The Raiders sculpt is so cool. The head sculpt. If I could get another head sculpt of Raiders, I would swap it out. There's something with the eyes, and what's fun is the head. The hat moves. It's on
got
like
a ball
a pivot.
joint, right? Yeah.
Yeah, most of you guys probably have seen the reviews and stuff of them, but which is a fun. It's a little added thing they did, and it just gives it that much more. You could pose them in different positions if you're doing different shots, but also just the face. This looks a lot more. It's hard because I'm a little grainy, but
Yeah.
on the video, but the face looks so much more like Harrison Ford than.
So let me
this
ask you a question too. On that figure in your hand, because I have that one with the tie. Is the hat designed where it's just where he can lift it up a little bit? Because it feels like it wants to come off, but it doesn't come off.
It's on some sort of a joint.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. I'm
agree.
like, that's weird.
I'm like, oh, people are like, oh, they should have. He should have been able to remove his hat, but then they got to do some sort of a hair sculpt, and the hat would have been way oversized. And to get the proper size hat, you almost got to have it so it doesn't come off. But I think this is a good alternative where it has a little bit of a joint. It doesn't go side to side; it just goes forward and backwards. Of course, the dogs want out now, but Anyway, I've had fun with this adventure series. I'm hoping they do another run.
All right, would you say that's your favorite line of 2023?
Yes, I only do this in Black Series. Well, the Micro Galaxy, I guess, is a separate line. You can include that, but
I mean, just action figures.
Oh yeah. There's some I've been wanting to do. I got to get the Cup City, otherwise, fine, be that way. There's some. I would say there's some Star Wars Black Series figures I was just as excited about as the Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is fun because it's the only line I do that has normal clothes. If that makes sense, all the other ones is like Star Wars is like robes,
sci-fi,
and alien sci-fi. Where this is like
normal people stuff.
Normal people stuff. If I lived in the 40s, I'd probably look just like this. Yes.
Yeah. You know what I did? I took that same figure and I took Endor Han, Black Series Endor Han, and then I took a revolver from I think a NECA figure. So that way I was just like, have a Han's, have a Harrison Ford without the hat on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that works. Yep. Well, his hair is different.
That looks nice there.
Yeah, I'm like, just right.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I mean, it's hard because his likeness is very difficult for them to get. I feel like the best one they did was Empire Han.
Yeah.
I have the was it the Professor Indy and the Club Obi-Wan Indy, so I could swap those heads if I wanted.
I wanted one of those. Yeah, I wanted Club Obi-Wan. I should have grabbed that one.
Yeah. But so it's been fun. I didn't, my two favorite. We didn't have Temple of Doom, the movie, on VHS as a kid because it was too scary.
Evil
for my parents. My parents thought it was too scary. So I
it
have
was
more
pretty,
of a connection.
Really?
I have more of a connection with Raiders and Last Crusade. Especially Last Crusade is my favorite. So that's why I went a little hard on the Last Crusade because I was like, I gotta. But I didn't get Donovan. That's the one. I didn't. I kind of regret not picking up Donovan just because he would have went perfect with the table. So, but I could probably pick him up somewhere down the line.
Well, you can still get him. Yeah.
I was kind of.
If I find him.
I'm surprised that a lot of you guys don't.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I think, okay. I'm surprised a lot of people say that they find that, Raiders is more tame out of the film because at the end you got people's faces all melting. I thought that would have been more scary than Temple of Doom.
Which was fun.
I think they're all pretty. Yeah, they're all pretty wild in their own respective.
They have the swappable head of the one main villain in Raiders, which was fun.
Which I think for Hasbro is pretty out there. I was pretty surprised they actually went for that.
Which the Ark is fun because it gives you a spot to put all the random extra stuff inside because it opens out. So that's where I keep all the extra hands and heads I get.
I think that line was fun, but I think it was going to kind of be from the beginning like the Ghostbuster line. They were going to do a few waves, and then it was like get them while you can, and then that's going to be it.
They were definitely ramping up for the new movie, and which is fun. I wish I would have loved, and it's kind of out there, done a motorcycle with a cab for father-son duo. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
That would
have been cool.
But that I don't think they were ready. So but they haven't said it's completely dead. I'm curious if they would do.
I got to say though, I mean, giving credit where it's due, there was a ton of Indiana Jones toys that I looked at because my son was picking up all kinds of stuff. I'm like, this stuff is cool. They did a lot of stuff for the film.
I was
impressed.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. David Morgan there. That's the one I sat there in one of the stores debating getting.
Oh, I passed on her so many times, but when she went on sale for whatever, $17 or $18, I decided to grab her.
David, have you been on the clearance page of Hasbro Pulse lately?
Oh yeah, I'm there a lot.
Oh,
yes,
man, I can't believe how cheap some of that stuff is. I'm like, dang, I'm sitting and waiting. I want to see how low it's going to go.
Yeah,
he's been cooped up for 20 years. Here it goes.
You gonna open them up?
Open. Let's unlock the.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
He's done. He's worth
25.
nothing. He went from $5 to nothing.
What a great feeling.
There we go.
Free him. He's free.
Freedom. Oh, I dropped
He's
my.
breathing fresh air and he's on the floor.
Anybody have a projector?
Oh man.
Oh wow, yeah, that's cool.
Let me see if I can get. Let me get my phone.
Yeah, you
Turn
get
the
one of those.
flash.
I like both these figures.
See if
These are
this
both
works.
good. These are good. Oh
There
yeah,
it
There you
goes.
go.
scene
Oh,
from
nice.
Let me see if I can get it
Nice.
There
just
he is.
right.
He's
Cool.
burning Buddy's feet.
Burning them. Not my gonky. This is a fun.
Which one
This
do you
is
like
an
more?
interesting. This is an interesting little tidbit they put in some of the figures back in the 90s.
Yeah, that's pretty. I like that they used to do that kind of stuff. It makes it fun.
Yeah.
all kinds of
Yeah.
packaging.
David, which one do you like? Which one do you like better of the two?
Oh, I'm a fan of Hera just because of the character. Again, I'm a big Rebels fan, so
Yeah, that could fit in your Jabba display too, perfectly.
yeah. I mean, Twi'lek, she's great, and
Yeah,
even
I'd get it just for the head sculpt.
yeah, I know it's a very nice looking figure. It's
Yeah.
detail is really good. The jacket, all the paint, and everything looks real nice.
He's
Yeah,
got the-
I don't really care too much about her, but she was cool in the end, the last episode. So it's kind of became a more important character as the show went along. So
Yeah.
He's got the same Jawa thing where he's got the little. You could shine a light in there, and it lights up.
oh,
the
look at
eyes.
that!
Oh, look at that! I got the right angle. I don't know
Yeah.
where the lights.
Nice.
From
That's
outside,
perfect. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then we got.
There you go. Good job, Art.
And we got this. I got the. I should have brought Gonky in, but oh well. I got to figure out this out.
Nick.
Oh, this is the handle. This is the handle. You know, he goes.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
this.
pretty
Where
cool.
does this go? Oh, it goes in. It goes in here.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah.
So Art,
Good stuff, Art.
when you went to Disney, did they have that droid at the Ronto's Grill or whatever? Because the one in Florida had that droid like cooking on, and he was just moving that lever back and forth.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I saw that in California.
We're going down in March, so we'll check.
You
again.
went once, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yeah,
go?
we went last year.
Yeah.
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 It was one of the restaurants had him there, like he was grilling food.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're going
Right,
down
the
back.
Ronto
We're
roaster.
going back
Yeah.
in March to de-thaw from the winter. As for Christmas for spring break. So
Oh, that's
we'll,
cool.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll check again.
Yeah, what-
I'm hoping
I
to
wa-
get. I'm hoping to get what's his name, Doc Ondar.
Oh yeah.
So otherwise, I'd have to pay the shipping. I don't want to pay the shipping. I'll carry him back in my suitcase.
I went in
Well, this is fun.
2019 when it first opened, but that's the last time I've been.
Nick, you got any pickups you want to show? I know you've been posting stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I have so many.
So many.
I was at Toys R Us.
Toys
Oh,
R
I'm
Us.
lucky. I'm jealous.
Yeah, Canada.
I miss saying. I miss being able to say that.
It's just shadow of what
Yeah.
it used to be.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
We had one up here.
It's
Who is that, Nick? I
Him?
can't quite see. Who's the character?
Oh, here, let me take him out of the. Here, hold on. Let me.
Yeah, it's the case deflects the
Yes,
light or
I-
whatever. It makes it hard to see from the camera.
Yeah.
I think I made
I
up
got
a
to
new
keep
word.
these mint so that Art can open them in 25 years.
I have some on card. I enjoy being on card too.
Oh, very
a
cool.
little
Yeah,
grainy.
that's a nice.
Oh, that's Cassian.
How's that?
That's better, yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, it's not.
What do those go? What do those go for up at Toys R Us now?
Oh, they're like $22.99 Canadian.
Oh,
So if
man,
you sometimes
that's
you can
wild.
get them on. Sometimes you can get them on Amazon on sale.
But then you're taking a risk. You don't know if the
Certain
card's
figures
going to be
clearance.
mint or not, right?
It's you know what? How I do it is because I am sort of a loose, but also carded. I'll collect anything.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm more concentrating on I got to focus, but when they do go on, I just see them and then sometimes I'll scoop them up, right? So, but I was trying to get one of those Vaders, those 40th Vaders to come in, but I bought one off of Amazon expecting it to be all mangled, but it came in like such beautiful condition. I couldn't possibly open that. It was like a, and then I picked up, here, I'll take her out too.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's cool.
I've been looking for that 40th Vader too, and I didn't pre-order him, and I haven't seen him. The Black Series, at least.
He hasn't hit retail.
Yeah, that's one you want multiples of, on card and open.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful image.
I got a spot waiting for him whenever I get him on my wall.
That's Val. That's Val, right?
VC262. Yeah. Is that coming through, or is that all grainy?
Yeah.
We can see it.
Looking a bit grainy, but I can tell who it is.
I think I got to do something. I think I got to change this light. It's not very good. But
it looks like you have a sun right above your head because it's reflecting off that picture in the wall.
yeah, I know it's. I got to get like a more LED, like white light or something. It's like it's one of those orange incandescent ones.
So here's another one I picked up. I got one of these commandos.
Oh, very cool.
Bad Batch. So I'm gonna open them up. I haven't seen him yet, so I see what he's like. I didn't buy any of those, so.
That's another one I thought about and passed on.
So glad that plastic-free packaging is gone. Oh, that's a great card back. I love that one. Good pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, they call it the.
that was a good character. Yeah.
You know what? I wish they just kept it like normal Stormtrooper. Like I'm not for all the coloring of them.
They're trying to.
Yeah, it's like the Clone Wars prequels, but I mean, why would you put a target on your Stormtrooper if he's
right?
And the other thing, he's not an artillery Stormtrooper because he's got a mortar. He's a mortar guy, right? So it's.
Star Wars. I'm still sitting here looking at that episode from The Mandalorian, and I'm like, how did they not do an E-Web? How have we not gotten a deluxe Stormtrooper with an E-Web? Like, I just don't. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I'm still waiting for that. I mean, that one was cool. That artillery was cool, but
as soon as I saw the artillery on that episode, and I saw the artillery trooper, I'm like, we're gonna make Black Series vintage. They're gonna be pumping that out.
Yeah. I would have bought two. I would have put one. I want an E-Web for my snow troopers, but I don't think we'll ever get one.
Yeah, that would be a true deluxe. Unlike even in vintage, I'd take a vintage one. Unlike
so let me ask you guys real quick. What do you think about the whole holocron thing? I don't know if we talked about that last time.
Well, Nick, let's finish. What did Nick have? You had Conan. Who makes that?
Oh yeah. Conan, Super 7. Yeah, open it up.
Are you guys ready?
We can't see it in that brown box.
It's a nice brown box you got there. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm showing it.
That's a nice box.
I'm showing it to you. I'm showing it to you. I was gonna.
And I'm gonna play with my little commando guy here.
Wow. Oh my, this is really nice. Yeah, that's all you guys get to see. No, I'm just kidding.
Impressive packaging, my friend. Impressive.
Yeah, this is actually impressive. I like how this is packed.
Where'd that come from? Did you go order direct from them, or?
No, I had to get it on oh my god, because they were sold out at least when I was on the site. So I actually had to get this off of, through Amazon, through one of their third parties. So, yeah, so it was a little more expensive.
Some of those third-party Amazon sellers, like I see some Black Series figures, and I'm just like, they're asking like $50 for something that goes for retail. Yeah. I'm like, what do you think? Like, do you not research this? Like, why are you asking? I'm like, oh, whatever. Because I'll be scrolling. I'll be like, oh, look, I need that figure. Oh, nope, not for $60.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
while you guys are doing that, I picked up the.
Yeah.
Oh, this
got the new
no,
Spider-Man.
guys. Here we go.
Oh,
Dave,
I got this
So-
for
ready?
$18
Double zoom on me,
off of
or
Amazon.
That's a good price. All right, what
All
you
right,
got,
Nick,
Nick?
ready?
Let's do it.
All right, Nick.
yeah, you guys. me.
Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, look at him. He looks like a beast.
Yeah.
Now, is that the
You
Jason
guys have
Momoa
seen
Conan or?
No, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
This is the OG. This is
I
the
don't want-
Arnold.
Are you gonna open that?
Oh yeah, no, I would never buy it. Nothing against Momoa, but like that movie is. I think I watched 5 minutes of it. It's terrible.
It was. I love, and even I know him from Stargate Atlantis, so I love Jason Momoa even before he was huge, and I was rooting for him in that movie. I'm like, this is bad though.
Hey, Darth Wiz, are you gonna open
I gotta
that?
say, this is beautiful. No.
No.
That's as far as I
Nice.
go on this one.
His-
This one, I think I'm gonna
Put
keep.
them in
I'm
a
gonna see if I can
plastic
get
prison.
another one for. Yeah, no, I like it like that. On this one, I'm probably gonna eventually get the whole line, but they started these like a year or two ago. I'm so far behind, but Conan is a movie that that's like a top 10 film for me of all time. Like that is
Who makes
this is a
that?
big deal.
What company makes that?
That's Super 7.
Oh, Super
Oh.
7. I recognize the name.
Yeah, you see
A lot of their figures are on heavy clearance down here.
Yeah.
Is there any?
Oh, yeah?
Do they sell any of that in big box stores, or is that mostly just online? Super 7.
Some of their stuff is in Target. I've seen.
Is it?
Yeah, at least down here. I don't know about for you guys, but I've seen it in Target.
Yeah. I never really noticed. It's probably over by the NECA stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, it's in the collector area.
I kind of glaze over that and kind of window shop. I never pull the trigger. I almost got some of the Predators. Those look cool. But
I picked this up. I probably have some recency bias, but this is
That's-
probably going to be. This is my favorite figure this year.
Oh, okay.
This thing is fantastic.
That's awesome.
That's funny. That's hilarious. I like the captain's hat. Yeah, that's funny.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, it's great.
So you must have watched the show as a kid, right, Jeremy?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I rewatched it a little bit on Disney Plus for a while, but I was like, oh yeah, I had to have this. I'm thinking about getting the baby, but it's like, I mean, after tax, these guys are like $40 each, so I'm like, yeah, it's on my wish list.
Out of that show, if I had to pick two characters, it would be the dad and the baby.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Those are the two.
Yeah, I don't know if
those
they're
are
gonna do the whole family.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they do.
Yeah,
but,
those are the
I
two
mean,
main characters. Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah,
I would probably
having
get
the
the
dad-
baby over. I'd probably get the baby
Oh, yeah.
over the dad. I thought the baby was hilarious as a kid. You know?
and he comes with some great accessories. He's got a
Does he?
6-pack of beer. He's got a cigar. It's pretty
The
funny.
dad, not the
Yeah.
baby.
Not the baby. No, the baby's got baby toys. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I did
remember-
do though? I took. I was going to show you guys. I took the what is it? The
Oh,
Walmart,
there you
the Jedi,
Yeah.
and I put Old Man.
Oh,
I made it
good.
Old Man.
That's dope.
Oh,
Oh,
you
that's
put it. I still think he should have been a little bit grayer in the movie, in the show.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
He should have been a little closer to looking like that.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Jeremy, you
Obi-Wan
should
is
be working in the toy industry, man.
Oh, you think so?
Jer? I don't know. I think so. I think you really. I don't know. Between you and Dave, definitely. And
I
mean,
love it, man. I mean, I could definitely do it all day. I would sit there and come up with some cool ideas. I could definitely give them some direction.
Yeah.
But in the team's defense, I'm sure they bring up plenty of ideas. It's the bigwigs that.
Oh yeah, I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not
Yeah.
the people that have to go out
Yeah.
there and they have to represent these brands and
Yeah.
they have to go in front of the camera. I actually feel for a lot of them because I know a lot of it's not. They're not doing stuff they want to do. They're being what they're told.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna do this and go out there and try to sell it.
I would. Those Q&As. I listened to some of those Q&As. I'm just like, oh, really? Do you ask the team a question? You ask them that question. I'm like, really? Like, of course they're not going to do that figure. You know, they're not going to give you a straight answer for that. It's like, come on, let's go.
Dave, bring
You
us
know
on
what?
the big screen. Let's see that.
What's that?
Dave, show us your stormtrooper.
Oh,
Oh, it's that clone
it's
commando.
It's a clone
Yeah.
commando.
Whatever. I've seen him
Here,
on.
I'm gonna show you guys my favorite thing that I got this year.
Look at his horrible kneecaps. I really don't like
Oh.
these.
They finally stopped with the newest clone trooper. They finally, which
it's
I
just
haven't gotten,
weird.
but evidently they stopped gluing that knee joint, that knee armor piece.
They made so many figures with the kneecap in the wrong spot. They did correct it finally, but
The whole Delta Squad from Republic Commando. The whole squad, and of course you want them kneeling in cool action poses, and it's like it looks weird. Yeah,
I assume
definitely
it's
weird.
same figure as the Delta Squad. It's just,
Yeah,
I assume it's the same body. I didn't buy any of those because I don't know that game, so it wasn't for me. But I thought
I got 04 because I played that game to death. I loved that game as a kid. That came out when I was like in high school. So instead of studying for tests, I was playing Republic Commando.
All right, so answer this question for me, Art. So what's the little plug for on his gauntlet? What plugs in there?
From what I remember, this is a couple months old, but from what I remember, it came off Hunter. That's a Hunter body.
Okay.
From Bad Batch. And Hunter has like a knife.
Yeah, that's what
I don't have Hunter.
The knife sheath.
But from what I remember,
it doesn't come with a knife, David. It's just an empty sheath.
It's just an empty plug, like something could plug in there.
Yeah, because they reuse the body.
I bet you if you have Hunter, his knife will go in there. If you go find your Hunter figure.
I do have Hunter on my office, so I could go try.
And that's why at Gaming Grace they always reuse old. They never do a new.
See, but that's so disappointing. They can't even recycle the accessories. It's like, come on, man! If you're gonna put it on there, give us everything that comes with it.
And that in the Republic Commando guys, they were severely underscaled. They should have been. They weren't record. They bulk. They weren't wrecker size, but they were a little. They were somewhere in between. They were. Excuse me. They were beefy guys, and they were. That's the one complaint about those 4 figures, but they were still the last one. I forget. I don't know their name, but the last one they did really good on. Yeah, he was top notch.
David, I have a question for you. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Nick. Let's.
No. I have one more item to show.
Oh yeah, no, me too. I got one more too. Yeah, go for it.
Bring it on.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, he's getting up.
Must be big.
He's big. Oh, it's a big box. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think I know what this is. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's rad. Now I have the standard tie that size.
Nick already knows how I feel about that. If he ever wants to sell that, I want that. I want to open that. I want to enjoy that and hold it and play with it. That thing that would be displayed. That'd be hanging from my ceiling.
Now here's a good point.
Everything. The marketing, like.
Oh yeah.
What is happening?
They don't do stuff like that anymore. The packaging, all that stuff.
Like.
How well do you think a Blacksmith thing one would go?
Right here?
I think it'd have to be a Pulse exclusive. I don't know that. I don't know. I think it would sell, but I don't know how many people would fork over.
Yeah, it would be pretty big, pretty expensive.
I'd buy one, but they'd probably charge $200 for it. I mean, who knows?
Well, and also, I would want if they did one. I would want lights and stuff. So I almost want to be a HasLab, but
yeah. So I got one thing to show. I got my big thing.
That's a fun.
You guys.
Where did you get that, Nick? Did you get that?
Yeah, so I got it. No. There was a guy on Facebook had it, and I've been meaning to pick that up since 20 years ago. And I just forgot about it, and then he had it there. I'm just like, he only wanted like $100. So it was actually my sister who said she threw me some money for Christmas. Because I was trying to get her to pick it up, but she got tied up because she's, it's 2 hours away for me to sometimes to do these missions. It's like if I was living closer to the city, I'd probably have like 10 times as much stuff by now.
Oh, I'm sure.
And probably
like even up here, I go on that Facebook Marketplace and I get tempted. So I'm like, ooh, they got some good, but usually they're bundled with a bunch of kind of stuff I don't need or already have. So I'm like, well, can I just get one? But yeah, sometimes even up here, I can't imagine if you live closer to a city,
Were any of you guys Turtles fans at all? at any
Yeah.
point? Ever?
I don't collect
Right.
any of the figures, but
I grew up with it.
I love watching. I love turtles.
Just
What do you
my.
got?
Okay.
I know what that
Well,
is.
so this I ordered this in April of 2022, and they had to go back and like redesign it because of the fan feedback. But this was my
The
big
van.
pickup.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I waited so long.
As a kid, my buddies had I think they had.
Oh man, this thing.
That's a fun one.
It was worth the wait, but I was like, man, I was wondering if it was ever going to come.
That's amazing.
Hey, at least they got it right, you know.
Oh
They did
yeah,
that.
they totally. Yeah, this thing is awesome. So anyway, I don't know if you guys had seen one in person yet, but
Does
I
it
got
open up and
two of
everything?
them. I have another one. I bought two because I was like, you know what? If somebody wants one that I know, or if I can use it for trade, you know, at some point. So, but anyway, I took all the turtles out of it because I was rearranging everything.
The doors open and all that.
Yeah, open it
Oh
up.
yeah, dude. Yeah, everything opens up. It's wild. Put it on camera here. So yeah, it opens up completely,
Okay.
and then you can open. Let's see, all these doors. It's not really. They don't really clip, which is interesting. They kind of just open, like latched. You know what I mean? Kind of just latches to the plastic.
Oh yeah.
So, and then you can pop open the back doors. The plastic's a little bit stiff. Oh, that's what she said. Yeah, this thing is wicked, dude. And then it comes with batteries in it, which I was a little bit surprised at. The batteries are already in it.
Batteries included.
Wow.
Yeah, and then obviously this door opens. Yeah, but yeah, dude, this thing's pretty awesome. NECA did a good job. Really
what
good
was the
credit where it's due.
MSRP on that, Jeremy?
This was $250.
Jeremy? Yeah. Oh, that's
$250.
US, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was it was a really like yeah, you better love this thing. So that's kind of
cheaper though, man.
Yeah. I wanted to get a his tank, but I didn't really grow up with G.I. Joe. Wasn't attached to it like I was with Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
So an opportunity to get something like this, I was like, man, I can't pass this up.
I'll say
So when did Turtles get
I was
big
more.
again?
I was born in '83, so Turtles hit in like '88. So it was like I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
It was like made for me.
I would say they've been.
I have some of the original comic
There's been a
books
couple.
of Turtles still, but it's I still have some of my original Ninja Turtle comic. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wish I had some of mine. I think I only have like
I
one.
got that. I picked that up. Yeah.
I was never big.
Yeah, Turtles.
I never had any figures, but I had buddies I had friends that they were all into it. And so I played with a lot of them. But I never personally had any.
Turtles was like a craze for about like 10 years.
Yeah.
Art, when were you born though? Like roughly?
84.
When were you born?
Okay. Yeah. So
84.
Yeah. I mean, it's a year makes a difference, man.
Yeah. Well, we were more into Star Wars, and my brother had a lot of the Return of the Jedi, had everything. So we were more into it. So I liked it, but I was never into it enough where I asked my parents for it for Christmas, that type of thing.
We can be honest here. Does anybody have any of the Black Series holiday figures? I have one. I just have
I did.
I have the Santa. I gave him a Coke.
I like to window shop and kind of admire them in the store and stuff, but
Yeah.
I got
this.
one.
This was a Target exclusive a couple years ago. Yeah. So there. Merry Christmas. I have one Black Series. There we go. These two would look good together.
I almost got that one, David, just to repaint it possibly, but I was like, I'm never gonna do it.
I just like it. I like the Yeti kind of theme.
I think this one they did was one of the better ones because look at the paint. Like they actually did like snow on the bottom.
Pretty good.
Like, they really
that's pretty good paint.
Yeah, this thing got a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I'll say this
wave has been on the tree.
You gotta hide him in the tree when the wife's not looking.
Oh yeah. I put them out. I put them out on the tree.
Oh, there you go.
But I've seen a lot more of this wave, and it's been more available definitely than the past 2 years. So that's good to see. If people wanted them, they were able to get them. Most of them.
Holiday figures are, I don't know. It's kind of hate them or love them. There's a couple I think are funny. You know,
I gotta
don't
say,
want-
out of the gimmicky lines they do, I don't mind this one. I'd take this over some of the credit or the what's the other one? One of the other ones, you know.
the credit collection of the carbonized.
Or the
Yeah,
carbonized. I'm like,
I'd take the
they
holiday
just-
stuff for sure.
When carbonized originally came out, it was good.
Yeah, the credit.
I have some of those, but you know, I like this. This to make sense more to me, but
Yeah.
The credit in
I almost-
the carbonized that needs to get axed.
oh yeah.
Yeah. You
So
know what I
this is
did
a
pick up
fun-
early on in the year? This was a pickup. You know, I don't know if you guys
Oh,
watched
that's
Alf.
nice.
I
Oh,
love Alf.
Alf. Yeah, I was thinking about
I
getting
did
it.
it. That was a little
Yeah.
before we just
Oh.
didn't get into that. Oh, he dropped his bowl.
Drop the popcorn.
I like his shirt. That's a fun shirt to put him in.
Yeah, and it comes off. It's just Velcro, so you can take it off.
Is it?
And put it on
Oh,
other
that's good.
fingers.
That's good.
Yeah.
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 Does he is
Well,
he
Art, you should
scaled?
go
Like,
watch-
could you put that on like a Black Series figure if you wanted or something? Like
I mean,
scale-wise?
it's not bad. I mean, here he is next to Obi-Wan, so
Okay.
it's not terrible.
Yeah. If you wanted
Pretty
to.
Pretty
Yeah.
close. You know, they could have a conversation.
And usually Hawaiian shirts are usually pretty loose anyway. So
Yeah.
what's that, Nick?
Art, you should go try and watch Alf. You might like it. It was funny at the time.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude.
you
I
know,
grew up with Alf. Yeah.
I had two older brothers, so I didn't get much of a say in what to watch.
Yeah.
So it was usually whatever my
Yeah, that's
brothers
okay.
wanted to watch.
I think it's on YouTube for free. Actually, you can go watch
Oh,
the old
really?
episodes.
I
Uh-huh.
should.
Yeah,
It was
there you
definitely around. It was. I don't know.
No.
We didn't really watch much TV as a kid, to be
Well,
honest.
Alf
My-
went like
my parents
this.
thought it was.
It was
Yeah.
like it had like a meteoric rise to it, and then it's I
Hmm.
forget exactly what happened, but it had
It was like a
couple
lot of
good
those '80s
seasons, and then-
sitcoms. Like it just, it had its day,
Yeah.
and then it kind of just died out.
I think
It
it
went
peaked a little when I was young. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was a little young.
It was in the late '80s,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
'90s. Like the '90s, TV went a different direction in the '90s.
Yeah. So before we move
Yeah.
on to topics, it's kind of a recent pickup, but I got a box here, and
Okay.
I kind of in my diorama building and stuff, I always kind of grab little bits and bobs that I find working because I fix commercial kitchen equipment as a living, so I find all sorts of
Okay.
interesting things,
Okay.
and so I have a little cool box. This isn't commercial kitchen, but I have these things. Anybody with kids knows
Oh yeah.
what these are. So my son for a hot minute was into applesauce. And so
Mhm.
I was like, these look interesting. So I put them in my box. I painted some black. And so
Yeah.
so they almost looked like, let me put the box down. You can kind of stack them. And I just pictured the Bad Batch or they looked like some sort of crates or some containers that contain liquid to me, So
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
thought that was
I see
fun.
that.
So
Yeah, I
you
can
could
see
kind
that.
of paint them
Yeah,
black.
that's creative.
So you could, and so that's fun. I got this. It's building. So the last one's pretty cool. This is off of a contactor. Anybody that does electrical, a 3-phase contactor. But the other side, it looks like you could hang weapons from. So I want to post this on the side of something and hang weapons from it.
There you
And
go. That's creative.
last one's-
Weapons, right?
The last one's fun. This looks like something that would be in a junk pile, Waldo's junk shop,
It's cool.
and
Yeah.
it's a motor. Yeah, I just pictured it sitting in a Jawa pile of junk.
Yeah.
It's scaled to. Let me get Obi-Wan here. Where is he? He's buried. Here he is. It almost scaled wise. It looks like something out of a starship.
Yeah.
It
It's
does.
just cool. It's
Yeah.
just something.
It looks like a
guys
part. It looks like a piece of a pod or something. A pod racer.
always on the lookout. I got other random crap, but those are the highlights. And as far as dioramas, you don't have to get a 3D printer sometimes. You just kind of throw some random everyday stuff in, and it'll scale to it. So you never know. I got that box because I thought you guys would get a kick out of that.
Cool.
No, I dig it. That's creative, man. I like it.
Yeah. I've had most of that stuff for over a year and I haven't done anything with it, but one of these days.
What are those, Nick?
Oh, I remember those. Yeah, are those like holographic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I used to
Cool.
Yeah, it's
collect
kinda hard
those.
to- One's the X-wings. What's the one? What's that other one? We can't really tell. Oh, that's
Oh, there's
Hoth.
Hoth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll go
What did
back.
those come on?
Postcards or-
Are those like?
No.
Do they come with something?
Yeah, no, they came from
That's actually better.
Star Wars Insider magazine back in 1997.
Oh,
Oh wow.
My-
Okay, very cool.
My brother got all those, and I always loved when I think he got them at his college,
Yeah.
so he'd come back with the whole stack, and I would catch up.
Yeah.
I remember
Does
we
your
used to go to
brothers-
Borders.
does he still-
Yeah, just to the.
What's that?
Art, does your brother still have all his Star Wars stuff?
Yes, he lives in New Jersey, so I don't see him. He collected figures, Episode 1, and then the prequel in box, mint condition, and then his basement flooded about 10 years ago, and so I'm not sure what he's kind of scaled
man.
back. He does not into it as much as he used to. He got
Oh,
married.
I'm
so
sure.
it's,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he was what got me into more, because he had all the extended universe books, the Legends books, and so
Yeah.
I would grab. He had his whole library, and I would grab one and borrow it and read the Thrawn trilogy, and he still has all that stuff. And so yeah, he got in 2002. He joined the 501st, and so he has a couple of different. He's got a scout trooper now. He's kind of scaled back. He says, I only go to an event if I'm not driving more than an hour. He said, yeah. So, but he got really into it for a while there. And so, yeah,
That's cool. That's awesome.
that's fun.
He's a
Yeah.
New Jerseyite, eh?
Yeah. Well, that's, I lived there for a number of years, originally from California, but my dad got transferred to New York. So I lived in New Jersey
Oh, okay.
for about middle school and high school. And then I moved away. Now I'm up here.
You grew up in the land. You grew up in the land of fruits and nuts.
Oh yeah, land of fruits and nuts. The land of fruits and nuts, and then the armpit, of America, they call it. So
Yeah, I've heard that.
so Jeremy,
anyway,
you want to bring up your topics you had in mind?
yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I'll throw it to you guys
Sorry.
first. So I was just thinking, this time of year, we start to think back about the year, what we collected, what we picked up. What was your guys' line that you collected the most of, like that your most pickups, or that you focused on the most? And, whoever can take it from the first.
Black Series for sure. That's pretty. And then I would say vintage a little bit, vintage collection, just because of Jabba's palace or Boba Fett's throne room.
Yeah.
So mostly Star Wars, would you say?
But most, oh yeah, for sure. Most, I try to stick with Star Wars, and the only other one I branched out with is Indy, just because nostalgia factor. I'd say Indy is just as much as Star Wars to me. We watched those.
So we'll say Lucasfilm then. If you had to say off the top of your head how many figures you picked up, what would you say? And I don't want to
This
get you in
year?
trouble if you don't want to say it. That's okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's fine.
How many figures did you say you picked up?
I would say, that's hard. Number wise, it's hard to do. I would say
Just
about
rough.
three-
Guesstimate.
the Black Series that came out, I collected probably about 3/4 of what came out. So
Oh wow! So
I
there's
don't know.
probably 100. There's probably 100 figures that came out roughly.
Yeah, I've gotten to a point, like I said before, where I'm like, okay, I started to run out of room. So it's like I'm starting to scale back. Really.
Yeah.
Like the retro collection, I got a lot of those, but I kind of was like, okay, I'm done. This last one.
Do you collect anything outside of so I would say, obviously Lucasfilm, do you collect any Marvel? Do you collect any NECA or Predator or like any kind of other properties?
I would say Marvel a little bit. I couldn't resist the zombie Marvel, so I got those 3. Just because I would
like the
love to
Iron
do
Man and like a couple other.
Yeah, I got the
zombies.
Iron Man, Captain America, and Wanda. Just because I would love to do a small little street scene of them, and I would pick up if they came out with a classic Iron Man, the big ones that came, the original Avengers from the movie. I would say I
Oh,
would
yeah.
get those. I got
Okay.
Spider-Man, the regular standard Spider-Man for my son, so we have that one.
Okay.
But I'm very, very selective. But
So
I
you're
would, I
more?
would
Would you say
pick
you're
up
more
more.
live action than comic on Marvel?
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't really listen to comics, so I didn't. I didn't watch read the comics or anything.
Yeah.
So any sort of, I don't have nostalgia for it. So
Sure.
anything I would get would be because I love the movie, like Iron Man
Yeah.
and
Yeah, for sure.
not the really recent ones, but definitely, like I said, but a lot of the ones now though, I'm like, I just don't care about. I'm like, I don't care about these random side characters
Yeah,
from
like
Loki.
I've checked out of all that stuff. Yeah, I don't buy any of
Yeah,
those figures at all.
but yeah, that would be the only one
I
I would
just
dabble
focused
in.
on like Marvel. I just did classic comic Avengers and the Spider-Man retro, and that's all I collect. I'm like, I'm just gonna focus on those, and it makes it easier for me. Like I can skip a lot of that stuff. I don't even the Marvel Legends. There's so many. Like it's hard to believe
Oh yeah.
how much product that they put out.
Now, didn't they just announce that they're doing kind of a line where they're doing like, and I think they're going to be doing it with Star Wars as well. Just like if you wanted like Darth Vader, they're going to be always have a Darth Vader, a standard. I think they're doing like a line in a. Gosh, like I said, it was just this past week, and they're going to be doing
They
a
do
line
that
where they're
all
going
the
to.
time. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's called the A list.
The A list, yeah.
do
And
it
I'm all for
anyway.
that because I'm a very casual Marvel fan, and I'm like, I want the big.
You notice
if I was to pick one up, I'd get Thor. I would get,
Yeah, every wave has one of those guys. You always have like an A-lister. It's very, very rarely that you don't have like an Iron Man or a Captain America, or a Spider-Man in at least one of these waves to tempt you to get it. Especially the Build-A-Figure thing that they do. But I'm noticing even more now. Marvel Legends are kind of getting, they're doing more single release figures, not as many Build-A-Figure waves.
Yeah,
and especially considering my son is more more Marvel than Star Wars, so I would definitely,
nice, Nick.
I'm so tempted. Those look so cool. I'm tempted with those Mario
those are pretty
figures so
cool.
much.
What about you, David? What was your most collected either IP or line?
Well, I have probably bought 500 action figures this year.
Oh goodness!
Wow!
So I collect Black Series, but I would say that I've cut back on Black Series. I've been less interested in those, and I have not. Maybe I got 20 Black Series or something this year.
Yeah, me too.
I did buy the whole wave of all the carded Jedi figures.
Yeah.
So there's like 15 of those. So I guess I got those, and then I got maybe 20 other figures.
Yeah. A lot of those were repacks, though. I mean, a lot of those were figures we already had.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I wanted that line, just like you like the retro Spider. I wanted them because of the card back.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. I got a few of those too.
David, looks like you're more into the retro series and those.
Yeah, I'd say by far it's been the retro collection and vintage Kenner.
Collection.
I've bought a lot of vintage Kenner over the last year, filling out my collection, and the retro collection. Bought like all those. I really like that. So my collecting has shifted from like mostly Black Series to a lot more vintage stuff, and like the Indiana Jones and Nick's holding up. I bought a bunch of those. At the same time, I also buy a ton of Marvel Legends because that's what my sons are into. So like anything Spider-Man and even the movies and stuff. Because we like to build the figures.
Wonderful.
And I bought a bunch of Indiana Jones.
Well, that's like I was gonna pass on the Bad Batch season 2 figures.
Yeah.
But my daughter loves Bad Batch.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'll get them. And I was glad I did because they're good figures. But I would have passed on them. But your kids factor, if they're into it, it's like okay, yeah.
And like my 13-year-old likes DC Multiverse, the Batman McFarlane stuff. So I probably bought 20 of those this year. Different main characters and McFarlane stuff. And then the jumbo figures that I buy too, the big ones. Yeah. So those, I'm kind of into everything, and it's a lot. But my favorite is in the retro collection, the old vintage style Kenner stuff. That's and that's what I've set up all behind me now. So
Yeah,
One
no,
second.
that looks good. I think that's kind of what I mean, it sounds like you're doing the same thing, but it looks like most of us have like a singular focus. Like I did the thing where I dabbled in a few different lines, but it's like I've kind of tried what I want to try, and now I know exactly what I want to collect, and I just
Yeah.
focus on that and just kind of, you can kind of plan it out for the year now, which is nice for the most part, you know.
one decision I made, which surprised me, is like I'm not going to go after clones and Clone Wars and stuff because that isn't really a strong part of Star Wars
Yeah.
for me. And there's so many
Same
Me
here.
figures,
neither.
it really fills up
Me
the
neither.
shelf. And so I decided
Yeah.
I'm going to back away from, like, I didn't order like Jesse or Fives or any of those because I was like, you know what, I don't need
Yeah.
them. It's not my main, not in my
Jesse
focus.
Me
Jesse
neither.
and Fives is the only ones I probably was like, okay, I'll get that. Thrawn, the man.
Nick, you opened it. Why'd you open
You
him?
did. You ruined it.
Don't you
Wow.
watch my channel? It's the number
I didn't
one
watch this one.
craptastic. Yeah, it's the worst YouTube channel of Star Wars collecting there is. You should watch.
No, Nick does it for the rage clicks. That way people will get upset. He's like, look at this, I pulled it off the
What is-
card.
What is? I didn't know you had a. I didn't know. I feel bad. I didn't know you had a channel. What is your?
It's Nick's craptastic videos, as he says.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm looking
Oh,
at.
that's great.
I'm looking it up right now. I feel ashamed.
It's amazing. This
So I missed this one, Nick. I did not watch your video on this. Why did you open him?
well because I do open them. Like I was like once I get everything all together, I will have a bit of a loose area, a loose collection.
Is Thrawn a
No.
character you like? Is that like an important character to you, or?
Yeah, well, because I watched or I read the original books by Timothy Zahn 35 years ago, or 36 years ago now. When did they come
What's
out?
what's the
91 or 92?
Yeah, Nick, what's the book between A New Hope and Empire? What's that book called? You remember? Or what's that story called? I was trying to think of it the other
Shadows
day.
of the Empire.
Is that what it is? Shadows of the Empire? Between
Shadows
A
of the
New Hope
Empire
and
was
Empire?
a game. A New Hope. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know what you mean. It was Splinters of the Mind's Eye.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, and that was
I couldn't
actually
think of
if A New Hope didn't do well in theaters, that would have been a secondary sequel
Oh,
rather
really?
than Empire. Yes.
Interesting.
Lucas
Wow.
had,
Okay.
I forget the author of Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Lucas had him write up a story, and it would have been a lot cheaper. And because Harrison Ford, Han Solo wasn't in it, so that's why. Because it would have just been Luke and Leia, and it would have been a cheaper version of a sequel if it hadn't done as well. That's what
Okay.
I heard on the internet, so I'm pretty sure.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that's a good good story. Oh, that's a fun one. I love those. That's a great.
It's pretty
I
big.
gotta get an AT-AT. I gotta get an AT-AT. I don't have one.
They're
Yeah,
I
it's
see them.
perfect for my desk, man.
Readily available.
Yeah.
I see them all over. I see plenty of them. So.
They're starting
Yeah,
to
they're
go
everywhere.
too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember when they sat around. They went on clearance at Toys R Us
Yeah.
back in the day.
It's good to see because I started collecting right during the pandemic and when it was awful. It was hard to find anything new, and now it's so good to see you go into the aisle.
Nice.
There's at least stuff. It's good to see stuff.
See this?
That's a nice.
That's
card
the
back, yeah.
what
That's
is
nice.
that? Is that the Olive Garden, Luke? It looks
That's
like
nice.
he looks like he works at Olive Garden.
I guess, yeah.
It looks like
That's just
I
funny.
did. There's a guy I watch. He does a lot of vintage collection on YouTube. I think Paul's Collectibles, and he had a video and he did a review of it, and I'm like, that was the first thing I thought because he's got that little skirt. It looks like a apron.
Yeah.
Where did that come from, David? Did that come from Hasbro Pulse?
No, so this is from GameStop, and it was all
stuff.
messed up, so I'm going to open it. But what's interesting is I didn't order this figure from GameStop. I ordered the Black Series Luke Skywalker.
They just sent it to you?
They sent me this one. I was so mad. I was like, I want the 40th, the Black Series. Like, you sent me the wrong Luke, and this one's like a less expensive item. I paid more for the one I wanted.
Yeah.
They actually did the right thing. They let me keep this, and they did send me the right Luke. So So I was surprised
Cool.
GameStop actually came through on that. But
Very cool. Yeah, that is surprising.
I don't think I would have left this on card if it wasn't so damaged. I think I'm just going to open it and play with it. But
Yeah, I would totally.
I like Luke. You know.
I haven't bought anything from GameStop in a while.
Just put an iron on it. You can.
I don't know. It's pretty well.
It's pretty. Yeah, I don't know if it's not bent. It's actually.
Oh yeah, that thing is pretty.
I can fix that.
Cardboard.
Yeah.
It's broken. You know?
I got a guy that can fix that.
No.
They're paper. Yeah, the cardboard they use is like paper
I can
thin.
fix
It's
that.
not
We
very
just
strong.
get a nice.
I want to hear what Nick said. What'd you say?
So
How would you fix that?
Get a Sharpie.
Yeah.
Get a Sharpie.
Okay.
Right, this is nice and ghetto. So you can fill that in, iron it out. It's good to go.
Okay.
and then you sell it for twice the that you bought it for. And
I thought there was going to be a little more
Exactly.
technicality to that.
put some super glue
No.
in there or something.
Then you put some
glue it.
duct tape across it, and they won't see the crease.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There you
totally.
Then you sell it on eBay, and then you ghost the person after they.
David, do you ever go on Big Bag Toy Store and look at their deals? They do like their daily deals or
They
weekend
got some
sales.
good deals.
Yeah. I didn't buy anything from them this year, but I did look. Yeah.
I didn't have a shredder. I got this guy. This what is this Morph shredder? I got this from BBTS. This was $13.
Oh, cool. What is he normally?
Yeah. Normally like 30. I guess he's a deluxe, but
It's a cloth cape. That looks nice.
Yeah.
cloth cape. Yeah, he's supposed to be the Green Ranger, but I'm like, yeah, it'll work as a shredder. Just,
Yeah.
It's a really nice buck, actually. It's like it's super articulated. I was hard to like, dang, it's a good shredder.
There, he's
Yeah.
free.
I like the Big Bad Toy Storage pile of loot. It's a good feature.
Oh, whoa.
Just kind of throw it in there
What the
for
heck
3
happened?
months and your turn, Jeremy. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. My
What happened?
phone's acting all
There it
crazy
goes.
now. That's weird.
Does that
So-
loot come with Grogu?
No, you have to buy the deluxe set to get that.
What? Oh, I know what set you want. Yeah, it's funny. I forget what figure. Some figure that came out at the same time as that set. And I was asking about it. Yeah, at Target, and he was like, "We also got the Luke and Grogu set." I'm like, "Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, but
I'm good."
like $28 or something crazy.
Yeah.
$3. I think it's marked down right now. I think it's actually on sale today. Like for
if it's not Jabba's palace or like a on-card main character, I'm okay. I don't need it in vintage collection.
I'm curious to see what Black Series and Star Wars is going to do, because they're always usually some kind of anniversary, and it's like there's a lot of reliance on that. So I'm wondering now, if we're going to have a little break from the anniversary.
Well, I'm curious
stuff,
what they're going to do with the what archive line is going to come out this year. Because last
I
year
know
they
Archive's
didn't-
pretty much done. There's not much left for the archive for them to do besides like a Sand Trooper and a couple other figures.
well, they announced they pipelined another archive wave,
did
right?
they? I thought that was said it was like only like Europe or something like that.
Well, one of them had a
Yeah,
stormtrooper.
that was a weird. Yeah,
I
that
don't
was a
know.
weird
We'll
wave.
see.
I think
I
that was
don't know.
international only though.
Yeah, and they were like, it's only because the EU, because now they have Hasbro Pulse in the EU, and it's like, I don't know, they're all over the place right now. It's kind of
They've always
bizarre.
Well, that's what I mean. But
we'll
Black
see.
Series is gonna the toy. We usually have Toy Fair, and we don't have that to look forward to. They moved that, so it's like we're not going to get any. We're just going to get live stream announcements for a while. There's no conventions for a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is kind of a low spot in conventions. The summer is when you have SDCC and you have all those.
I was kind of sad to hear that they postponed. There's no PowerCon in 2024. I was kind of sad to hear that.
No update on that, Jeremy? Is that true? Like they canceled it?
They postponed it as far as I heard, because I was listening to 3POA and then I went and looked on their website and it says there's nothing for 2024. It sounds like they're going to take a year off or something, which I think is a bit odd because we talked about it. I actually wanted to go, and now I'm wondering if they're going to even do it anymore at all. It kind of makes me wonder.
It's a hard thing to do, to put on something like that.
Yeah. I thought about going to one in Texas because that's the closest, like big state to me. Because
Yeah,
there's really only one convention in Arizona, and it's not really action figure focused. So I want to go to a collector convention.
That
Well,
looks like a nice figure
Yeah.
there, Dave.
I like it.
Looks great.
It's got good proportions. The head sculpt is good. I mean, it's not really Mark Hamill, but neither was the CGI actor, I guess. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mark's got a weird. He's got a hard face too.
But yeah, this is a nice little Luke. I
replicate
like it.
evidently. Now,
It's
as much as the cloth little thing on the bottom, I mean, as weird as it is, it definitely gives you better articulation.
Yeah, and I don't mind it. I mean, you step away from it, you're not going to notice it. He's got the rocker ankles, which I think is so key with these. Have the posability. Be able to do his ankles. A lot of TVC. That's pretty new for TVC, as I understand it. Over the last.
Does he come with a little backpack, or is that all?
No, it's just a lit saber and then an unlit saber.
Oh, okay.
So,
Which I think is pretty cool. I like that they give you two options. I like that.
yeah. But hey, free figure.
Does he have a? Yeah, exactly. Free figure. Does he have a hook? Does he have somewhere where he can store that saber? The one that's not lit.
There's a peg on it on the side. So.
Oh yeah.
Usually it would
I was gonna
peg
say,
in.
he's so small that you almost got to do something like that.
I don't even.
I wonder if it'll work.
What do you got there, Nick? Oh,
Yeah, sorry, the lighting is horrendous here.
you got
Those
the
look like Force Ghosts.
Force Ghost. Now, is that Sebastian Shaw or is that the Anakin?
That's
Or the Hayden
Sebastian.
Christensen?
They did it correctly. That's Sebastian.
Nick, what year did that come out? When is that from?
1998, Hasbro.
Wow.
Just
That's
before
Yeah.
Phantom. And you know what? The Yoda. I apologize that my camera is just. I got to do something about this lighting, but the Yoda and the Sebastian Shaw are actually really good. The only one I would be tempted to replace is the
Obi-Wan.
the Alec Guinness, the Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
His head
Now,
looks
are they articulated at all?
No. I mean, like it's just a straight scene.
Yeah.
They're just stand there like that's all you need them to do. I mean, like, what do you need to articulate? They were there for 5 seconds, and they just.
Well, if you take,
they smile exactly like this. That's it. But the Yoda's actually really nice too. And
that's
so
one of
is
the weird things I thought about this one is especially his hands. He's still got they just look a little weird. They got they're like this, and I'm like, they just need to be a straight hand. He's not going to be holding a lightsaber or anything,
Is that Qui-Gon? Is that what you have, Art?
This is, yeah. I think you stepped away when I did this. I got this to get the free shipping when I got the Obi-Wan. I got Obi-Wan, this guy. And this was the only figure that Walmart had that I didn't have that was – I'm not big into the Force Ghosts. I don't have.
Yeah, I think it's. What's weird about that too? The original Qui-Gon didn't even come with a cloak, so it's weird that the Force Ghost got a cloak. I don't.
That is
true.
I
don't have any of the Force Ghosts. I didn't collect. I got Yoda, I think, at one point, but that's the only one I had.
Right here is my original Indiana Jones. Just kidding.
I was gonna say it looks pretty good.
I'm so golden.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
This is my original Kenner chopper from 1982.
Wait a minute.
That's funny.
This chopper is great. If you guys have seen that, the head has some tilt to it, so it gives her a lot of personality. It's pretty cool.
That's the vintage.
Yeah,
that's my original Darth Vader from 1980. Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Broken Vader, as Retro Blasting calls it. Broken Vader.
Yeah.
Now that I'm.
You know what I did here? Here, you'll like this. Check this out, Art. I took my Qui-Gon and I got a cloak for him off of I think it was OT Customs. And I replaced the hands actually.
Any Jedi should have a cloak. I don't understand why they don't do cloaks on just all Jedi.
I got him a wired cloak, and then
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the hood is actually, pretty not overbearing.
Oh yeah, this is all wired, so the whole thing is wired.
Wow. It almost looks like a plastic cape, a plastic double thing. It sits
What?
so well.
So,
The wire does a lot for you.
Yeah.
and I replaced the hands too. So
Yeah.
but yeah, this figure. I mean, I don't know. It's hard. You can't get a lot of articulation, a lot of bend out of the elbows. So I mean, with the Jedi's, it's like a lot of them just look better just standing there.
Yeah. I all my Jedi I have over on the one side, in my prequel, One thing I did remember sitting here playing with them, the Adventure series, they all have the hands. They have these ball joint hands.
Oh, like
Mhm.
them.
Now,
nodes.
how cool they are, but the one downside is, if I can get the right angle, he has such a big gap, and it's kind of it's kind of a nitpick. Let me get the sword; I can point it out a little better. You see the gap here? It's just
Yeah.
annoying. It's if you have to have it in the right spot. And
Hey, buddy,
for
what's
some
up?
reason,
Wonderful.
Jones Senior,
Wonderful.
the hand
Here you go.
consistently
Can you go out, please?
falls off.
Okay, can you go out, please?
Yeah.
For some reason, it doesn't like to stay on. So some of them with the ball, that's kind of a negative about the ball joint hands.
Yeah.
They have better articulation as far as how you can put it, but some of them, for some reason, have a gap and the hand falls off. So that's kind of one thing I noticed. But the cool thing about Senior here is he got the hat that comes off. That's pretty cool because he's got
Yeah.
a bald head, so you don't have to worry about hair, sculpt getting in the way. And I'd say they did a good job with the glasses to come off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the glasses don't look too crazy overbearing. If you look at it, if I can get it straight on the camera here. The glasses on, I forget the guy, but the spy from the first Raiders of the Lost Ark, the guy with the hand,
Oh, tote or whatever.
Tote,
Yeah.
Tote, his name. It's one of those
Yeah.
characters I don't know his name, I've for 30 years. His glasses look a little weird. They look a little bit too. It's in the other room. I'd grab them, but what they did better with Jones Senior.
Art, if you dyed your hair, you'd look like that figure.
I'll take that. Since it's Sir Sean Connery, I'll take that as a compliment.
Another 20 years.
I know, right? Well, that's what I'm saying.
Glasses.
With the selfie series, I just need to get another Bill Burr character and
There you go.
And darken his beard, and I got a selfie series right there.
That's true. Yeah, those Bill Burr figures, you can find them.
Self series is no more.
Speaking of which, are any of you guys surprised about that, or what's your thoughts on that?
They upgraded it to 2.0 just to cancel it. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. What happened?
I've been watching some videos and coverage on the Hasbro stuff lately, just the last few days, and it sounds. I mean, what seems plausible to me, it was just that they had to cut back. They're doing bad as a company, and they had to cut back. So you got to cut things that aren't profitable and aren't main lines. So that's probably, I'm guessing, why Selfie went, even though they invested so much in doing it.
And as much as we gripe about the Star Wars, I heard the numbers. The Star Wars is a drop in the bucket on their revenue. What they make more money. They make more money on the non-action figure stuff. Play-Doh. Like Star Wars is a fraction of the revenue that they make. So they don't.
Yeah, they sell more of the games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I would also say that, I mean, part of the problem is that I think they've been overproducing stuff. And with the price increases, it's like you're just forcing people to make harder decisions now. We're not going to buy everything at full price at retail anymore because we just can't. There's only so much money to go around when you collect this stuff. And
I personally blame.
They're going to raise Black Series prices are going up again for 2024, and it's like at some point, you're just going to push people out of the hobby just based on that.
Yeah.
Well, I partially blame Lucasfilm in that because when they come out with a new show, they want to push that they want to push that new show, and they were like, no, we want to go hard on Ahsoka, we want to go hard on Obi-Wan, and like Hasbro's sitting there like, well, okay, but they probably know it's not going to sell, but they got to push hard on these minor characters that they know it's going to go to clearance, but it is what it is. So
Andor got a ton of figures for a
oh
show
yeah,
that didn't really. I mean, Andor was
It
great,
is.
but it didn't have the following to justify
So did
18
so
figures.
did Kenobi though too. I mean, Kenobi got a ton.
Yeah,
It's hard to
Oh,
believe.
yeah.
It's like, man,
All
all the sisters and the
all the
Inquisitors. And it's
Inquisitors
like,
we
you had,
got, yeah.
you had like 3 or 4 versions of just Kenobi, and I'm like, geez, like we
Yeah.
really need 4. We need every outfit that he was in that show.
Yeah. Well, I was like,
it's a bit much,
going into it, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get every Obi-Wan. And here I think I skipped on one.
See, that's the thing. I was like, I just sit back and I wait and I watch. I got one. I got the best one, like my favorite look, and I liked the accessories he came with the little, was it that little ship, that Skyhopper or whatever it's called?
It's the Skyhopper right here.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's like to me, I think this was the best thing Black Series did this year. And I don't even think it's close. Like when they do stuff like this, even though how I feel about this figure, removing some of the articulation now from these figures, no thigh swivel. I mean, this guy is he's awesome. I still don't think he's a $35 figure, especially with no alternate hands or anything like that. But
yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. It's, I don't even know how they can try to reuse this, But I mean, Black Series, it's like you guys saw what I posted, what I picked up. It's been I've scaled way back. I'm just very, very selective now. But it is what it is.
Well, they're clearancing everything. They're cutting staff, so they've got to cut costs everywhere. So there's basically going to be less figures out there. They're going to make lower quantities. They're not going to have as many figures in each line. They're not going to do weird side projects. It's going to be.
You notice too, David. What do you think about them doing so many of the same characters so close together? Like we got how many Black Series Cad Banes now? Like boom, 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 boom. It's just like, and how many Black Series Darth Mauls now? It's just like, man, I get it. These are popular characters that sell, but I mean, you got to space it out a little bit more. I mean, maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Seems like it's a bit much at times. Like too many of the same characters too close together.
They will always do the big hitters because they can sell those to the casual toy purchasers. They can always sell an Iron Man and a Spider-Man and a Batman and a Darth Vader, or whatever.
I get that. I mean, totally keep the popular characters available on the shelves. I think Stormtroopers should be 2 per case. Like, there should be more of that stuff readily available.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Here's a new one.
Heard. You took her out of the package. Nice.
That's the Mon Mothma. I just opened her up.
Oh, there you go.
Retro collection Mon Mothma.
Is that the retro?
Where's that?
Yeah. Was that? Yeah.
It was in the 6-pack.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got that. I got the 6-pack. I haven't opened it.
Yeah, I got one that I'm not going to open too. I bought 2 of them, but I definitely wanted a loose.
I only have one
on the shelf. She can go up there with General Nadine and Admiral Akbar, right there. That's
good stuff.
Yes.
So what do you guys think will be your main focus going into 2024? Like, are you just going to continue to buy what you're buying now, or is there a plan going into 2024 developing yet?
No plan.
Well, Jeremy,
no plan.
I never even finished your last question.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. No, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
No, but anyways, what I was showing is that I am starting to pick up other lines. So
okay, what is that?
Are
those the superpowers? Is that what that is? Yeah.
Yeah, I got these for $5 Canadian. I got a whole bunch
That's
of
pretty
them.
good.
And I was looking at them, and the cards are beautiful. Like, that's nice.
Oh, those are the Marvel 3 3/4. Okay.
Yeah. So
those are nice figures. I had a couple of those. I had a couple of Spider-Mans.
Obviously, Indiana Jones. Yeah, I got a Spider-Man too, and I haven't got into. What I will do is what Art was showing there is I haven't started on those 6-inch Indiana Jones lines yet, but eventually I'll start picking those up too. And the one
Might
line
not
I
be a
wanted
bad time right now. A lot of them are on clearance. A lot of them they're trying to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, was the Ghostbuster line. I want to catch up on that. I only got 2 of them, so. But I'm only going to do the first movie there, the 6. So there's only 4 more that I need to get. So.
I wish I would have
and then
known you
that'll-
about a year ago because I had the Lewis Tully Demon Dog, the Hell Dog. I had that 2-pack
Oh yeah.
in the box set.
Oh,
It was like a
nice.
convention exclusive. Yeah, I sold
Yeah.
it though because I was like, yeah, I'm just it was fun to collect when it was coming out, but I'm like, I don't have a huge investment in the Ghostbusters.
We finally.
Yeah, I mean, if you like, that's the thing. Like, for me, it's like all those films were right within that. I don't know, that golden horseshoe, right? So it was like Star Wars,
Mhm.
Empire, Return of the Jedi, Indiana
Yeah.
Jones,
Yeah,
Predator, Aliens. Superman was huge as a kid. Christopher Reeves.
Yeah. Christopher Reeve,
you know,
OG.
and like these
For
remakes
me,
are exactly what have all these, right? The superpowers. I mean, so is Transformers and G.I. Joe. And I would like to pick up a few of those G.I. Joe figures, but I don't know. There's just so much, and like, I can't buy everything, right? So, but I think over the next
will
2
say
years,
that
I'll pick up the.
yeah, the classified stuff is really good. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job. That's probably the best. That's probably the best complete action figure line out there right now. I mean, as far as everything that they offer, different price points, different types of figures.
I've been
It's,
tempted with a
it's
couple
pretty
of
good.
them, but I just don't have the know-how and nostalgia factor to be like, oh, I love that. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. No, I'm the same way. I just pick and choose. I don't
Yeah.
pick them all up. I don't have any nostalgia for GI Joe. I just am like, oh, that one looks cool. I like that one.
we had some. We had the one
Yeah,
base,
for me-
the main base, but yeah.
For me, GI Joe is almost like is the one thing that's a very distant memory. Like I just like it's still there. I remember
Yeah.
getting the Sky Striker. I had that big white ship thing, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
And
My wheelhouse is
But,
way more in like Turtles for me, and then I was like Batman the animated series, Spider-Man the animated series. Like that's kind of where I was hitting. I missed a lot of the Transformers stuff. It was like Beast Wars, I missed a lot of the G1 stuff.
Yeah, that was a little bit before our time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, for me, I grew up with that. So, but Transformers
What's up, buddy?
was,
What's up?
that's Sabine. Is that the
Is that
retro
the-
one there,
Is that
Dave?
the retro?
Yeah, it's the retro. I love it.
No, what's that?
I love
I
it.
was gonna
That's
say,
an extremely
I'll be right
impressive
there,
looking
okay?
figure. I like that.
I'll be right there. I'm on the phone.
I thought it was the vintage, but I'm like, that helmet isn't big enough to be the vintage.
Yeah, it's the.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to see, but colors. I love this figure. This is great. And look at the accessories. You got a green lightsaber. That's like classic Kenner there, and then a blue blaster and a yellow blaster. It's just. I don't know.
Yeah,
This
that's pretty
I like
awesome.
This is pretty.
I'll
cool.
wait till they're $5.
Yeah, I will too, and I'll buy another one of them.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Exactly.
want to wait. I just didn't want to wait on these. I really like these. So,
David, do you have all these by you? Did you do any clearance pickups or finds?
I do have 2 ollies that are about an hour drive. I don't go very often, but I did stop by
Okay.
a couple times this summer.
Yeah.
You did a vlog
Just to
on
see.
going to one, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I did
Is that
one
all it
video
is?
on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I picked up a couple Marvel Legends. That was it.
I don't know, all the
This was
all
my
the-
favorite. Like,
all the stuff I see on Instagram about Ross right now. I'm kind of jealous I don't have a Ross near me.
I don't either.
This was my favorite,
looks
like-
like they're getting some good figures in for discount.
yeah, this was the best like clearance like thing.
What is that?
This year.
Nick or Jeremy?
This is a Fortnite boat.
Fortnite boat. Yeah.
Oh, Fortnite.
Yeah, so I
It
got this
almost
for
looks-
$17. I think
It
this-
looks like it could go
this retailed
be
for,
G.I.
like-
Joe.
yeah, that's why I got it. This retailed
Yeah.
for like $80 when it came out. I got it for $17, so I couldn't pass it up. I don't know. It might actually float. I've never actually tried that.
Let's test it out.
Yeah, right? Go throw it in the water.
I just lost the Bean's pistol. It went flying.
Oh boy.
Oh.
And that's
You know,
tiny.
for
That's
me,
retro.
too,
That's
it's
retro.
hard.
So I hope you don't have carpet in there.
It's fine. I got carpet below me. Yeah.
Oh no.
This
You're
was like the year of
you're
vehicles for
sitting
me
there.
too. It's hard to believe that this came out. I kind of forgot about this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that came out this year.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, this was. Well, I got both. I got suckered. I got both of them. I got the first one, which was $60, and then I bought the second one again, which was 75. Damn it, Todd McFarlane.
But is the more expensive one better?
It was painted
Which
different,
one
right?
is better?
Yeah,
Which one do you like better?
it's more realistic. It's more accurate. I mean, once I knew we were gonna get the '89 version, I started I let my son play with the other one, and it's like I like both of them. They're great. I mean, it could have had a little bit more features. I mean, I think you could have put a little bit more into it, but for what it is, I mean, I can't complain. It's a great toy.
You guys, Batman fans, had a good year.
Yeah, Batman. Yeah, Batman and Turtles. There was a lot of stuff to choose from. It was healthy.
And
Is that the gold label one? Jeremy?
What's that?
Did we lose Jeremy?
Is that the gold
back.
label DC Multiverse Batman Batmobile?
I don't think it was called Gold Label though. Was it?
Oh, my cups fell over.
We lose your audio, Jeremy?
Maybe.
Yeah, I know. And the other Batman figure that came out this year was that Mezco Batman that everybody was waiting for for 2 years for, right? I didn't buy that, but I had a couple friends who bought that. That was like a big deal. And then McFarlane came out with all the other figures. Check this out, Nick. Look at that Gamorrean Guard, the retro.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It's so nice.
I'm waiting for some Gam guards for the palace for well, it's Boba Fett's palace now, but for Jabba's palace, vintage. I'm waiting for them to release vintage collection Gam guards.
They were out a couple years ago because I have a couple of those.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they came out
Okay.
2018 maybe or something around there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I need some.
I only have
I'll have to keep my eyes out.
I only have one European card TVC one. Actually, I have one in Black Series though, like the 3 3/4.
Yeah.
In the Jabba's thing, so I could use him, but I haven't opened it for my for the Jabba dungeon or throne, whatever it's called again. The Jabba Palace set.
You got one of those, Nick?
Yeah, I got
The
everything.
big one.
No,
Yeah, I was glad I picked that up.
Yeah, I love mine.
Yeah.
It's fun. I wish I could have it in a spot where I could see it more. But
Right there.
oh, there it is.
Isn't
Oh,
it
look at you.
beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
Mine is in a beautiful shipper box.
Mine's in the garage.
Yeah.
But at least it's set up. Whenever I come and go, I admire it and play with it before I come in.
All right, check this out. Where'd Jeremy go?
Yeah, Jeremy says
I
internet.
lost Jeremy.
down. Yeah.
Okay,
his
so here-
internet's down.
So vintage Kenner and retro collection.
Oh, it's a good comparison. You're a little choppy for me.
Yeah.
It looks very similar. Which one's which?
This is Kenner right here at the stand, but you can't really tell. They're very close.
They're very close. If they sold the retro individually, I probably would just pick up a couple of retro.
I know they really should do individual sales.
Yeah. Because they're mostly just background anyway. So they would probably be fine. Especially with I'm getting a lot of the Power of the Force stuff to put in the palace too. So it's like a lot of those are a little dated too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to go through my Power of the Force 2 stuff. Give it a check.
Hey, we got a couple comments, guys.
Actually-
we have Peak Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
The
Peak
Pokemon.
Obi
Got one
and
of them.
Mario.
Yeah, one set of the retro set. Yep.
We are always watching. He's
Mario Tovar. Nice.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
guys.
Dave, did you open up that the other retro pack that you have there of the Return of the Jedi just to check the cards?
Nope. I just cut into them. I haven't. I haven't
really?
opened it. I hope.
Yeah,
I
you
hope
might want to. You might want to, because some people have posted like they've got them in the box and they're all like destroyed. You know, the
Damn it!
cards
Don't
are-
say that.
Uh-oh.
I've
Don't
only
say
got
that.
two
Yeah,
left.
sorry, man. I was. Yeah, you might want to check.
Gotta check my other box
You
before
know.
I cut these ones out. You're probably right.
Yeah, yeah,
I
you might
got
want
it
to
right
do
here.
that.
This is my second one. I
Yeah.
haven't opened it yet.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we'll do
Well,
that on camera. I'm gonna open this up.
The
and see
other,
if they suck.
the box I got, the one with the New Hope retro collection ones, they were in good condition, but all the cards had a good bow to them.
This is thicker
They
card.
weren't flat,
They
which I was a little disappointed
you know what,
because I
Art-
wanted, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I don't
just put them on a.
go
Art,
ahead.
just use a book. Use a book to flatten them out.
Use a book. Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
that. I was like, do I try to iron them or something? Like,
They're in here so tight.
oh, they're unpunched too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come unpunched in this set. It's
Yeah.
nice. There's my Mon Mothma. These look
Yeah,
okay.
You know
I
what?
got the
They
two-
look beautiful. Once you take that sticker off them, man. Oh man, I think they look great.
Oh,
I
you
gotta-
know what? There
I
is
might
there
try
is
to
some
do
bubble.
that.
Nick, there is some bubble marks here from the two pressed together, like this. There's a
Yeah.
little bit of
Yeah.
outline from the
They
bubble.
Yeah.
They started to put a piece of tissue paper or something in between them.
Yeah, the Mon
With the
Mothma has a
two-packs.
line.
There's
Oh, I should have checked these before. I didn't see the line right here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Right by her face.
Yeah, I told you.
Yep. Look at that.
Before you do anything,
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to me first.
Oh, jeez.
You have to buy another set, Dave.
I'll have to buy a third
And
set.
then buy another set. And a fourth set. And a fifth set.
Let's check these two. Here's my the Wicket.
And then try to
They
get
look
some
good?
replacement. Then try
These
to
ones
get tape that looks similar and tape it back up and
Yeah,
return it.
these ones look good. But those are the two I already I
Yeah.
didn't open yet. Here's the last two. Let's see. Yak Face and Gammy. He looks okay. Yeah. Boy, there's a little bit of mark on Yak Face, just a tiny bit. But oh well. Those ones are okay, but yeah.
I thought you know where they're saying that there's a mark there, the bubble. I wasn't sure that was the bubble. I thought that was when they were doing them in the plant, or the manufacturing plant, and where they're supposed to put the bubble, the machine or whatever they're using. Maybe I don't know if it's a different type of automated system, and maybe it's because I've had that on some of my TVC card backs, and it looks like it's almost like they was almost going to press the bubble right on the picture on the opposite side of the card.
Yeah.
Or is that really just the rub? Because I'm not sure if it's actually the rub. I don't know how the bubble would really.
Well, these two, so these two are packaged together,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
that. And when that line on Mon Mothma is right where
Yeah.
Akbar's bubble was. It's right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I think
good.
what it is
I-
the paint when they packed them, the paint wasn't even dry on the cards.
Yeah, it could be.
I think that
Well,
that's probably what the issue.
lately the 2-packs that they which one was it? Oh, it was the Ewoks. I got the Ewok 2-pack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a piece of tissue paper in between them. And yeah, I forgot to bring those down. I got those two as well. And they
Did you open them, Art?
No, I'm gonna put them on my wall. I got a spot right above my droids ones. I got the 3 droids ones, and I was gonna put them in line with those. but they're unpunched, and I just can't bring them myself. I can't bring myself to punch them, so I got to get some containers, some of those fancy containers
Yeah,
to
you
put
gotta
them
get
in,
some
so I can hang them.
protective.
Some protectors,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll probably go online and see if I probably after Christmas sometime get some. Because who else was it? Oh, it was the. I picked up the Mandalorian from his spaceship, his Mando's starship, the new one. I picked up that one. He's unpunched too, and I just can't. I was going to put him on the wall, but I can't bring myself to punch the hole through.
Yeah.
So I got to get. I'll probably get a pack of a bunch of those protectors, but we'll see. They're in the. It's the to-do list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my to-do list is like. It's like,
Oh yeah. Well, I have ideas, and I have a notebook. I sit and on my days off, not so much lately, but I was like, oh, I got an idea. I want to do this. And so at first I like sketch it out as far as like a diorama or something. And I have just pages of like ideas I want to do. One idea, I was going to do the whole 2-scale 6-inch cantina scene. I was like really ambitious, ambitious. And I was like, I wonder how much space that would take up to do a 2-scale, and everything. And I was like, this is too big. I could have like 3 or 4 dioramas in this space this would take up. So I decided I'll probably just do like a booth for like Han and Greedo eventually,
I think Rozzy, Master Plaster, that guy does huge.
Yeah.
Builds.
I've
He had
seen
a whole cantina. It was like
he had it out. He filled up his whole whole room almost. It's pretty fun. Yeah, that was pretty cool. One of these days, I'm gonna bust open my 3D printer and start printing off a bunch of seats and
get on it.
All bunch of stuff. But I'm hesitant to do it just because I know it'll take so much time. I just during the summer it was like, oh, that's kind of during the summer it was like, oh, that's a winter project. Now that the winter's here, I'm like, oh, I don't have an excuse now. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would like the cantina, but like I've spent enough time in the pubs and the bars, so like I think I'd rather what I'd really like to do is this guy Daniel Chart. I don't know if you ever seen his. He's on some of the different YouTube channels and stuff like that. He doesn't have like a big channel or anything, but he built this beautiful like the bridge of the Star Destroyer.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
And, that's something that I would really like, because then you could have like Empire Strikes Back. You could have all the bounty hunters. Then you can have the bridge there with like you can play out so many cool scenes throughout the year. You know what I mean? I think that's one that I would like to do.
Well, that's my thought process. And if I'm gonna make something, I'm like, I'm not gonna make something that I can only have like 2 or 3 figures put in. I'm like, I want something where I could present my whole Imperial guys on the bridge, or just like a hallway in the Death Star or something like that. Or like, that's why I was thinking about the cantina, because I could, all the cantina people we have, it's like, so.
Well, the Death Star 2 in Return of the Jedi, that's been a scene people have been making dioramas since back in the 80s.
Yeah.
I remember being on the, back in the dial-up days of the internet, like in 93, 94. I waited like an hour or two, maybe it was longer, just to see this guy's pictures slowly loading up of, these guys in the US or wherever. They're like, and
the download speed was super snail speed download speed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It feels like yesterday.
That's on my to-do list, is to 3D print some like, some generic, Death Star hallway scene, and because that's just easy. You could just put that up and then put some stormtroopers in there, get a piece of black glossy floor, and bing bang boom, you're good. So.
Yeah, I'm not the Tantia one that Hasbro did. Some people have said like they've made the hallway like it's too skinny. It should be more width to it.
What is that?
Just like the width, like the Tantia, like that place.
Oh
at
yeah,
Hasbro.
the tent of the
Yeah,
hallway scene. Yeah.
yeah. Well, the actual hallway, like the width on it, it's not very. It's not. It needs to be a couple more inches in width. Like it's not really.
Yeah.
They should have gone all the way to scale on that. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't know. It's I don't know. I'm definitely leaning to eventually. Well, I've always wanted to do that, but go to some of these guys that are making some really good customs.
Oh yeah.
That's been my thought process because I don't know. Hasbro is just some of it's good, but it's just it's the thing. They always undercut themselves. They always go like a few steps
Oh yeah.
too short. Like if you look through like the last 40, 30, 40 years of well, Kenner, I can't blame them, but from the 90s, mid 90s onwards, it's like when they kept launching out the Millennium Falcon so many times, it's like we wanted a 4-seater cockpit, and then they came out with the Legacy and the TVC, and then the Smuggler's Run version, which is great, but even there, it's just like you guys could have gone even bigger. Like
Yeah.
so, like what the hell are you guys like? At least in the United States and Canada, I know that was a complaint. The only place where I've seen people say it's too big is the UK, but that's because they have puny little houses there. And in the US, I mean, like America, you got you can buy a
well, and
nice
that's
big house.
and that's the question. A lot of these, if they did like a X-wing, a HasLab Black Series X-wing, they would be like, oh, we'd want to scale it down. I'm like, no, just go full size. Just go full size. Don't like a lot. And if you look at, that was my complaint with the Boba Fett's Slave One, is that it was like a lot of the ones they did was scaled down, and I'm like, no, just go full size.
You know what? It's like even with the Rancor, it's the thing with the Black Series. If you're gonna do it, like those are like one. I think that's the limitations of the Black Series, obviously, but they're like one-off vehicles that you can use. That's a really nice figure, Dave. But it's something that you have. It's almost like a showpiece in your house.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like, or you have like a Rancor by the TV, and then maybe you have an R2 or a Yoda on the other opposite side of, like something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's, but I don't know. It's really Star Wars. It is a 3 3/4 line. Sorry to the Black Series guys, but
so I've been collecting since the 6-inch versions. I've been getting some of the 3 3/4, and I'm like, I like the starships and the ships and stuff, but I'm like the figures. I'm like, they're so tiny. I'm like the detail and like trying to get a gun into. I forget what figure it was I got lately. I'm like, the gun was like I could bend it in half because the plastic was so soft, and I'm like, it's just so tiny. I'm just like, as far as figures, I like the 6-inch version, just because this gun is already so small. But as far as starships and ships and dioramas, definitely I understand the 3 3/4 more.
You're in denial, man. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but like, I'm not dogging it. But I mean, like, look, if a guy like me can start moving these little 3 3/4 figures around, I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, it's not that. But I mean, the detail on this,
the gun is too small, and the detail and some of them are good, but some of the detail and stuff in the face and stuff is just not there for me. I like the zoomed in, of the 6-inch, but
that's why you move on to Hot Toys, man. Have you thought about moving to Hot Toys?
That's too big.
Yeah,
6-inch is perfect. It's just right. You got it's like Goldilocks in the porridge. Too hot, too cold, just right. 6 inches, perfect for me. But it's just.
Sorry, I'm crackling plastic.
Personal.
No, I'm enjoying this, Dave. It's cool. Great stuff.
Unmute. There you go. There's Chopper out of the plastic. He looks great.
Oh, there he is, eh?
Little retro boy. That
That was a hard decision for me whether or not to get the Ghost. I was back and
I
forth.
thought you did get it. I thought you got it.
I backed it, and then at last, when it came down to it, I canceled.
Yeah.
I
I
canceled
just
it.
I spent too much money the same couple of weeks.
It was
That's
a
a
bad time.
It's
It
a
was one of
crappy
those.
show,
I'm like,
anyways.
it's a great show. My kids really like it, and it's a good show. I like it.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, but I didn't love it, and for the price, I was like, I gotta love it to get something for that.
And you need a pretty big place to put it too.
And I didn't have a spot for it. I'm like, I don't have a spot for this, and
Oh, good.
But I gotta say, this is fun, but I wish it was more articulated, like the legs and stuff on this guy. He's just 5 POA.
Yep.
Well, that's all you need for a character like that.
He's 3 POA right there.
He's going to be in the background pretty much, so that's just true.
Yeah.
He's
fun though.
I don't know. It's my childhood aesthetic, the old Kenner style. That's what it still gets me. So I'm enjoying this.
No, they're beautiful. I mean,
hand was turned.
The only question I have is that as these shows are, if they're really continuing with the Kenner line, as these shows are coming out, it's kind of if you look at the Kenner line, it slowly was improving, especially by Return of the Jedi and then Power of the Force 1.
Yeah.
It's like if these are the new figures, Kenner would be moving on, by 86, 87, 88, if they kept going.
Yeah.
It's
well, like for example, Ahsoka, right? This is the one that came out with Mandalorian retro, and then the new one is the same figure, but she has soft goods cloak. So in a way, that's an improvement. That's something Kenner might have done.
Yeah.
But
see, I would have gotten the Black Series Ahsoka from Ahsoka if she came with the cloak, but she was the same exact character as from Mandalorian. I was like, I don't need another one. And I almost want her with the cloak. It'd be cool, but I wasn't going to buy the 3-pack or the 2-pack. I think that,
I saw the TVC of this and it looked really good. Have you seen her yet? Do you have this one yet in TVC?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. Yeah.
No, I haven't. No, I don't.
I saw it at GameStop this week.
Don't.
Check your GameStops maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to stop.
I'm not rushing out for that. That's to me that show was hot garbage.
Yeah, but
it's not that bad.
Green Twilight. Come on.
It was fun. It had some good.
No,
I'd say it was a step up.
Are absolutely. No, I know, but those figures are. I just want to say, like, those figures are absolutely beautiful. Like, I'll say that. Like, those are that Hera Syndulla. I can't believe I even know her name by now, but like that's a really nice figure. So,
I saw that Thrawn figure that you have, the Thrawn. I saw that at Target yesterday. I almost bought it, but I was like, I'm not collecting these, But it looked really good.
Yeah. I got him on my wall. I thought I forgot to bring him down, but I got him. He's a main character TVC. I get main character TVC if I like it. If I like him. But
from now on, you'll be buying everything TVC or
if it's a main character or if it goes to Jabba's palace. That's my rule. If I like him, if I like the character and I don't care about the side characters, I'll have to say that.
Yeah.
That's my hard rule, and
So, do you guys, going back to Hasbro for a sec, do you guys think that next year we're just going to see less releases, even though action figures being a small slice of their pie? But are we going to see less quantities of Marvel Legends and less quantities of Black Series?
I'll be curious if they go as hard with the two skeleton with the two shows, because this year we got definitely not as Ahsoka was a bigger show. It would be interesting what they do as far as figure wise for the new shows. But I could see them scaling back a little bit, but they can't go too crazy. They still gotta make some money. But I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, they've got stuff pipelined. It's like they've got figures coming out next year that were started a year ago or whatever. So
I just saw it was Kiati Mundi. It was like it's 11 months since they announced him, and like they still have nothing.
maybe it's really 2025 that will have less figures. Maybe it takes them a year for it to, take effect. So,
I don't know. I wouldn't mind, because I wouldn't mind if they do less. I think they go. Sometimes it's like left and right. They're coming out with figures, and then all of a sudden it'll be nothing for like a month. It's like so.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm enjoying my retros here.
Are they making the characters you guys like? You guys want all these figures to come out, or I mean, like, is there stuff that you don't want?
Yeah,
there was definitely characters that I passed on from Ahsoka, like Morgan, the HK droids. I'm like, I don't need those. I didn't get the first version from Mandalorian. That was in it for a hot minute. I didn't. I skipped on it, but But the main characters I like, they made them and I got them and I'm happy.
I would like more original trilogy characters, obviously more of the original ones that we still don't have in the Black Series, like Lobot and Nine Numb and Aliens. There's a lot they haven't gotten to yet.
I'll say this for Black Series. What I would really like them to do is, like, for example, when they launched the Dengar again in the archive line, I wish they put them on the card backs, right? Like, get all those card backs done. Like, you're doing it anyways.
That'd be nice.
That would be great. 100%. I don't even know. Like, it's I'm amazed how long Black Series has been around, and they haven't covered like so many figures or so many characters they haven't done. It's very weird. But they are, at least the new media, they seem. I mean, Black Series fans, in my opinion, generally speaking, have nothing to complain about because you guys have been getting mostly, like all the new stuff. Like, you guys are getting all of it. I mean, TVC, they've got one batch figure that's made. I mean, in Andor, we've had 4 figures in TVC. From Andor. Mando, I don't know off the top of my head, but and at the end of the day, what sells, right? So
I know there's several this year. There's several different pages, different YouTubers that they had their top couple figure characters they wanted. They made this year. Fives. The Super Battle Droid, the Clone Wars guys. They were clamoring, which I would super. They have that 2-pack coming out. So which also begs the question, what do you think about that 2-pack? Are you guys getting that?
I'm not going to get it. No. What about you?
Maybe. I would love a Super Battle Droid. I'm not that fond. I don't need another regular standard Battle Droid, especially but at the same time, it would be fun to have. But I'll probably wait for the single release of the Battle Droid because they're going to be doing it. And even Yakface, he pretty much said that they're going to re-release that Super Battle Droid, numerous times. And so I'll probably wait and get 2 Super Battle Droids to flank my Separatist guys. And even though I am going less, like you said before, David, I'm definitely less on I'm sick of getting every different squad or different Republic clone trooper that had a minute of screen time. I'm like, I'm good. I have unless it's 501st, I'm good. 501st is another thing. But even then, I have 2 501sts and I would love to have, because I only have one of the Ahsoka troopers. I'd love to have 2 of those.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want that. I don't need the 2-pack. Yeah, I don't need the phase 1. I'm not fond of the phase 1 clone troopers. So I don't need that. But I'm like, I kind of would like the second one just to flank that Mando, that one Ahsoka from Yeah, from that one arc, the Mandalorian arc.
Yeah.
I gotta say this Thrawn figure, this face sculpt, you guys can't see it, but I think this is pretty fun. I give this like a 9.9.
Well, like I
Let
said,
me get-
I had it in
let me-
hand yesterday. I saw it. It looked really good.
With a magnifying glass, I'm sure it looks great.
Yeah, it does. And there you go. Actually, I got one of those.
He's bragging on me.
There you go.
Oh man, this is how we
there
we
we
get
go.
older.
I have a great archive. I have a great. I have three. So what's funny is I love Thrawn, and that Thrawn trilogy, the original Thrawn trilogy, got me, even deeper into Star Wars love. That's what started me off, and so I have a soft spot for Thrawn. And when that archive Thrawn came out, I didn't get the original, and I got all three that were on the peg, just because I'm like I need more than one.
Dave,
So-
why did you pass on the Thrawn TVC?
Generally, where TVC, I only buy them if they're Return of the Jedi card backs because that's my movie. So it's a Rebels card back, which I like Rebels, but I don't have any other card backs that go with that. And Thrawn himself, I didn't read the books. Like I know him from Rebels, and cool character, but he's not like a key character for me because I didn't read all the Thrawn lore.
Oh,
So-
dude, you're missing out. The Thrawn books are worth a read, man.
I keep hearing
That's
that.
probably the best Star Wars we've had since the original trilogy.
Of the EU, it was
people
definitely
were-
the best out of the EU. Of that age. Some of the ones following that, or the storyline was a little weird, wonky, and it's not perfect.
Yeah.
There's some weird, like that Luke clone was a little wonky, but so
That's coming in the
storyline-wise,
last series. That's coming.
Yeah, that 4-pack, that's gonna hit. That's gonna be great.
Weird.
That'll be interesting to see what they do with that. So I'm anxious to see the reveal on that, but that'll be fun.
I guess we're not going to get Jeremy's third question.
No, I guess
Yeah.
not.
I got to start. What's funny is I drive around a lot, bouncing around, and I always think of, we should talk about this, that. I need to start, like, right when I'm in the truck just driving. My mind's clear. I'm like, I always think of these great subjects, topics, and stuff. So I gotta start making a note in my phone and writing them down.
Yeah.
So
you do.
have some discussion topics. But when it comes down to it, I'm like, I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
I just think it's interesting with the economy in Hasbro, like the layoff. I mean, that's a significant layoff. I heard their company's around 6,000 or so. So for them to lay off 11,
Oh wow, I didn't know that was they had. But
that's a huge chunk. That's 20% almost or something like that.
I feel for right before
Where
Christmas,
is all
that's
these
too bad.
employees though? Are they in East Asia, or are they like because all their stuff's made in either Vietnam or China?
Well,
I don't know if they own those factories and stuff where they make them. So I don't know if those would qualify as actual Hasbro employees.
They have.
But I know they have offices.
Yeah, they have 2
overseas and all
locations
that.
in Rhode Island. They have in Providence, downtown, and then in Pawtucket is their main headquarters. And they said they're moving everybody out of their office building in Providence and moving them to Pawtucket. So I mean, they're emptying their office building in downtown.
So they're consolidating them into one. And some of those people they're just letting go. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty dramatic. I mean, I'm sure there's other people overseas too, but it sounded like a lot of it was focused.
I know that they have some offices because the one guy, one of the guys in Taiwan, he has, and he was saying how there's an office there, and he was like, they should just. He was kind of going off on.
I watched that video too.
What's his name? Yeah, I forget.
It's
kind of the nerd.
Gary, I think, from
he's the character. So he had a little tirade, on Facebook, something. But so I know that they do have, but I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine that would be that many people. That's got to be just a handful of people.
But anyway, I mean that's a big,
mainly the one in Rhode Island.
So they've got to cut back probably everywhere. Like I would imagine a cut like that is every department has to tighten their belt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in the corporate world, so I don't know that much about it. But
yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Seems like
I try to avoid that.
If you see stuff
Corporate world.
selling cheap and getting clearanced out, and they made too much of it, and they made stuff that people don't want.
Yeah, but it's not even that though. Like a lot of that archive line, I find that so weird because around the stores around here, I haven't seen any of it. When that's like the Dengar and the Emperor, like all that stuff was sold out, or at least in my little small circle of stores that I saw. Like it was completely bought, sold. But it just feel I don't know if it's a distribution thing, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I was watching videos of collectors from 15 years ago, and they were complaining about Hasbro's distribution. So the only thing I can say on that company, if you have so many people saying it after a while, at least the appearance of it definitely seems to be true. And if that is, then when you start making mistakes like that. But on the other side of it too is, Disney's, they're not helping much with their, their shows are not.
The content is
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yep.
It is what it is, right?
Same thing with Marvel. Same thing,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wanted to address that question with Mario. I've thought about that. What figures? Because obviously, like I said, I'm going in March. I thought about it, but what figures would? I guess some stuff that would make sense to go in Galaxy's Edge. But what figures would you recommend? What's your thoughts on that? Bringing.
Well, I answered him. I took Figure Dan figures, and I took them to the Cantina bar, Oga's Cantina. And I took some pictures on the bar with them, and that was really fun. And then I had my little Kenner Luke Skywalker X-wing pilot.
Yeah,
and I took some pictures with him around the park with like the Falcon and the X-wing. But I don't know. You should bring a figure with you. Bring one of them that you really like.
I'll probably think about it. Definitely, I got a couple months to think about it. And well, obviously, I'm sure they'll have the Doc Ondar. I'll probably grab him and open him up and maybe do some. That's if I have time. You know how it is when you're at Disneyland. It's you're always bouncing. Oh, you got to go to this right. Oh yeah, we got So we'll see if I
Nick,
have time
I saw you cut that
photography.
Oh, he's opening up the notes.
He's got the TVC. I've been jealous of TVC and those multi packs. That would be, I wish.
Interesting.
Wish they would get more of those. I wish the band came in just a big multi pack like that. They should have just done that instead of us having to do them individually. Now I have a whole handful of extra instruments.
How did these, Dave? Have you seen they have like that? There's like a set that came out 15 years ago of these. It's like a white and of these band members. This figures any good? They came out. Yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't collecting 15 years ago, so
yeah.
No. I don't know if you've seen them or not.
No.
It's like a 10 or something. I don't know.
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar.
Cool. Look, there you go. There.
Looks good.
Nice. You could probably, Art, if you can play some instruments, you could probably fit in with these guys. You'd be a little bit of the odd man out, but
no, I don't play any. I played the trombone as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that was
when I was a young little lad, I always thought it would be cool to be bald. Like my dad's like bald.
Yeah. It's a blast.
For some reason, I haven't lost my hair yet, so it's starting to go. But probably another 10 or 15 years, I'll be bald.
I started losing it in high school.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it didn't hold you back from getting married.
I come from no, they don't care. That's the thing. But
yeah,
I come from a long line of bald Hendersons.
Nice. Why do you hunt?
What's that?
Or do you hunt at all, like up in Alaska,
Just-
or
Just
get some
action figures.
in that? And
Just action figures.
oh, okay.
No, I don't. I never. I went fishing I've lived up here 10 years, and I went fishing for the first time this past summer.
Oh,
and
okay.
That was about it. Oh,
Yeah, so you're not like a naturally born Alaskan.
No. I grew up. My wife grew up. Is from here, so that's how we ended up here. But
Yeah.
no, I never. My dad didn't do any hunting and fishing and stuff, but so I never really got into it. If I want some meat, I'll do it the easy way and just go to the supermarket. No offense to you guys that hunt, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
It sounds very expensive way to get meat to me, and time consuming.
No,
Like I gotta
not
go out.
really. It's actually
I went down to Kodiak Island, for work, and I ran into all these hunters and fishermen, and I'm like, oh, no thanks. They all day trekking all up the mountain to get a deer. I'm like, oh, no thanks.
That's funny.
I guess it depends where you live. Like where I live, I can just bait. I can just
Oh yeah.
dump apples back there, and they can, eventually you can get them to the point where it's not really hunting. It's more harvesting is the right word.
I don't need to hunt moose. Moose walk in my yard all the time. If I wanted one, I'll just sick the dogs on.
There you go. Well,
your dogs aren't
that.
take out a moose, but
and my dogs are about this big.
Yeah.
No, but they do. A couple of times this summer they'll walk through our yard and they come up the power line.
I grew up hunting and fishing.
What about the grizzly
every day of my
bears?
childhood. So I did.
The grizzly bears. We get black bears. We have grizzlies, but we're up on the hill, and the grizzlies are down in the valley.
Yeah.
They'll go. They want to be by the river and all that. Where the black bears, they hang up on the hill.
Yeah, with the salmon.
We'll see them a couple times a year. The black bears, they'll come traipsing through. But if you have dogs and loud kids, they steer clear of your area.
Yeah.
We got bear spray and stuff that I keep hanging on a peg outside if you need it.
Yeah.
But it happens, Even in town, even in Anchorage, I mean, you got all sorts of wildlife traipsing through, right in the middle of town.
Dave, you don't miss eating a lot of game meat, or?
I do miss that actually. I miss eating venison. Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to have more venison, but I just don't get it anymore. But I live in Massachusetts now. We're not doing hunting.
Yeah. Now you see, I had venison last night, and I didn't even have to go anywhere. I just went down the street to the restaurant and ordered a venison burger. Easy peasy.
Tell you what, you send me some venison, and I'll send you a 332nd Trooper. How's that?
332nd Trooper.
A Soka Trooper with the orange helmet.
And I don't want no TVC either.
Yeah, no, we grew up eating. I grew up in Juneau, Alaska, which is a little south of where Art is, but we did fishing and deer hunting and crab, and it was all like we harvested everything we could, and it was pretty good. It's a healthy way to live for sure. It is a lot of work when you're doing it all the time. So
yeah. I will say this: I would go fishing more if I wasn't the only one in my family that liked fish.
Yeah,
I'm the only one that likes fish, so I'm like, well, it's not even worth it for me. No thanks. I'm always working anyway, so.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fish. I do like it once I start eating it. Like there's certain ways that I like it. Like I love salmon and trout, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm just lazy when it comes to fish. Like, I mean, I can walk 2 minutes out or 30 seconds out of my door and pull out a nice speckled trout or whatever. But
Yeah.
But those are kind of like my pets now, so I don't even think I feed them and everything. So.
Well, I can get to 10 targets in an hour, so there.
Yeah.
I got 20.
You got? Did you really have like 10 that you
Oh, yeah.
within an hour? Oh,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
we
That's
have.
crazy.
I have 3, and I thought that was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Oh, excuse me.
Anyway.
So Dave, are you gonna get like? Have you got all the Ghostbuster figures, or did you collect any of that, or not really? Or
Nope, not into Ghostbusters. Not my thing.
We
you never liked the
recently.
first film?
The movie was fun. I enjoyed it as a kid, but I never got into the toys. I don't know. I just missed it. So GI Joe was my big thing
Yeah.
after Star Wars. So
Yeah, me too. Me too.
A couple of months ago, I was
I'm
like, I
trying
want to show my kids hadn't seen it, and so, but nobody was streaming it, so I went old school, and I went down to Walmart and bought the 3-pack.
oh wow.
It had all 3
Yeah.
movies and on DVD, and we went old school and popped that into the Xbox and watched the good old DVD. Blu-ray, I think it was Blu-ray.
Oh, physical,
So,
dude.
yeah.
Physical media is the best, man. Like,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
don't have physical media now, they can change everything. Like for me, if you don't have it in your hand, you don't own it. Like I'm not buying.
Well,
anymore.
I never was
like,
into a lot of
Yeah.
people in my generation, especially. They just we'll just buy it on Amazon, and I'm like, I want it physically in my hands. I'll just go on Amazon, buy the DVD. If it's that easy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that cape looks a little all over the place.
It is a little bit. It's kind of bunched up because it was under his arm here. It was tucked under there.
That was actually my brother, who I said who was in the 501st. That was his first character he made a costume for.
Oh, really?
He was a Imperial Guard, yeah, and it was he said it was sweltering hot to wear. he had little fans. He put in he had the whole head thing, the helmet. He had little fans, and even with the fans, he decked it out inside to have it cool. And at one Comic-Con or something, he met Daniel Logan, and Daniel Logan was in awe. He was in awe of how much. He's like, the guys on set don't even have helmets this nice. How much they deck him out and stuff. But yeah, that was his first character. Yeah, that's a fun one.
Art, invite your brother out, man. Maybe he can show us, what he's got.
Yeah, I'll have to see if he wants to come on,
or even private stream. That'd be cool too.
Let's see Mario's. What else is he say? I reckon
Mario's got Cantina aliens that don't exist in the land.
Yeah. I'll have to see what they late February selling Star Wars night tickets. Oh man, yeah. I'm jealous of the people that live close that can go to those cool nights, Star Wars nights and stuff. That looks so fun. I wish I could go down for that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'll definitely have to do grab some figures and maybe put them in a bag. We're always carrying a bag when we're going around the Disneyland. So that's what I did. I went down to California to visit family, and they live right next to the beach. I threw some sand troopers and my dewback and threw in a bag. I'd be like, hey, what the hell? I might get around, and I did, and I took some pictures, and it was fun. So you never know. You might, it happens. I'll have a look at some of the Cantina. Yeah, I was glad we got into. Did you get into? Back. You said you got into the Olga's Cantina when you were there, David?
I did. Yeah, and I was just by myself, no kids or anything. So that's but I was in there for about 40 minutes or so. I thought there was more food there. There's no food. It's just like
it's the
little kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun. People were having fun. It was a good atmosphere. People are laughing, joking around, making noise. And I just brought out 2 of my custom figures this was before the Black Series had released them. So these were my customs, and telling the people next to me, I made these action figures. And they're like, yeah, cool. Take some pictures. So.
We got in the first, actually, I went to Galaxy's Edge at Disney World first because my family lives in North Carolina now. Well, all but my brother. and so we hopped down to Disney World and I went there first, but we didn't get into Olga's. So when we went this past year, we got in, but we only got reservations for like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
So it was like we had a breakfast drinks at Olga's.
Yeah, and you don't
I didn't care. I wasn't even expecting to be able to get in just because of but it was frustrating because I went in there and like we only got reservations for the bar and the tables had reservations, but they were empty. I'm like, we can't sit down at these tables until the people. I'm like, this is stupid.
Well, 9 in the
It
morning.
was frustrating.
People are going to ditch their Oga's reservation if they got a chance at one of the big rides or whatever. So
yeah, I'm like, just let us sit down. But I'm like, I was just happy to be in there, and I got I got this glove, this cool glass.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know if you guys have
Nice.
noticed. Just the whole.
Oh, I got one of those
you've been
too.
The whole
that.
scene. It's fun. I love this glass. It's my go-to glass to have drinks out of.
Yeah, I got that same one, Art. I picked up the same one.
This is the second generation. Evidently, I think there was a different color.
Oh, is yours kind of greenish? Because mine's
It's a green one.
Oh, mine's
It's a
brown.
green one. Yeah. See, the first one was brown, but this one, it's green.
Yeah,
So
I have
it's
it
fun.
here.
It's the indoor scene, so it's stuff. And I always laugh at the. Can you see the? Oh, this way. The troopers, they look like the Michelin Man.
Yeah.
No.
I always laugh whenever I take a drink, and I got a bunch of Michelin men fighting Ewoks. But they did a good job. It's fun. So
Disneyland.
that's the growlers.
Yeah, I wanted one of those, but they sold out, and I looked for eBay for a while, but
yeah. There's a couple.
You never know. You may find one.
There's a couple of guys on YouTube that go there pretty often. They're all about There's one guy that was really all about the one in Florida, the Halcyon, and
yeah,
that's his shtick is Galaxy's Edge and all that. So he keeps up to snuff on all that, which is fun. So
yeah, if I live by,
you gotta live close. You gotta live close to be really involved in all that. So
yeah. Well, here's my haul tonight.
Yeah, look at that.
those-
Good job.
and you didn't rip the card. Now, did you cut the plastic or how did you get?
Yeah,
You didn't.
I sliced all the bubbles off.
Oh, you sliced them. Yeah.
I took a knife right along. I can't. Yeah, I had an exact knife,
Yeah.
and I just basically
good
sliced
job.
all the way around. So the plastic's still on there. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I
Yeah.
can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time I've done it that
Well,
way.
now-
Try it.
Yeah, I've started to do it that way too. Dave, have you tried? Or you can try the lighter fluid on them now.
Yeah, I will. I'll try it on the sticker on these. Yeah.
The lighter fluid
Yeah.
gets that sticker off.
Yes.
Nick's had good
Yeah.
success.
I'll have to test because I got 2 Boba Fett's. I got the single
I'll do 'em
release
for
of
you,
Boba
man.
Fett, and then I had to get what's the one? He came in the 2-pack with somebody else, and so I have 2 Boba Fett's on the retro. So I'll have to try it on my spare. What's his name?
Yeah.
What is Mario saying? The Rancor flight? No, I have not heard about the Rancor flight.
The Rancor flight. Oh, it must be a flight as far as like a option in the Olgas as far as maybe a flight, a drink
Tell us,
flight.
Mario. What is it?
Yeah, we need more details. It was a while. It was like almost a year ago. I was at so it's been a while. We just pretty much got drinks. I don't think we got any of the food when we were in Olga's. We were kind of got some drinks and got some pictures and off to Smuggler's Run and
Yeah. See, because I was
ride.
I was on my own. It was just me, so I was able to get a
Yeah.
reservation for one at like 6:30 p.m. So it was crazy. It was like it was busy.
I bet
Everybody was
busy. It wasn't that
so it was
crazy
like-
when I was there.
Yeah, it was packed, and just everybody's in good mood. Everybody was tired because they've been in the park all
Yeah.
day, but everybody was like trying to get kind of kick back and let off some steam, you know.
Well, only twice a week.
Jeez.
You suck.
Oh, Creo.
That's fun.
Twice
I
a
would
week.
love.
That's great.
That would be fun. Yeah. Yeah. When I
I
was
just
younger,
wish
right?
it
We
was,
grew up. We grew up only about
yeah.
half hour away from Disneyland when I grew up. Yeah. But
Yeah. There in Cali. I just wish it was more OT centric.
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, I would
for
definitely
me,
be more
that's-
excited if it was standard stormtroopers walking around. I can't. Yeah, it's fun, but it's just not the same with the the new. But they got to push the new. They're going to want to push their new. What's newest, So it is what it is. So
They got Star Tours still. That was
That's
fun.
hurting them.
yeah,
It was good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is Star
Tours
Tours still
fun.
going?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's changed. It's
Oh,
different,
really?
but
The last
it's,
time
yeah. I still wish they had the old style. I'm not that fond of C-3PO as like pilot. I'm like, I want the whatever the old guy. I want the old school one.
yeah.
I wish they hadn't done such an update. I wish they had just maybe done a small update, but yeah, it's still fun. But I swear they used to go to 3 planets whenever you're on it, and now they only go to 2. And I feel like they shortened it, but if anybody knows, let me in the
don't
chat.
I
When
still
they
have
first
my
did-
shirt from
The shirt from Star Tours?
yeah, I still have my shirt. The last time I was there, I think it was like 1990 or whenever the hell it started.
That was it's heyday. I remember waiting. You would wait forever for that. Now it's like maybe 20, 30 minutes, which is cool. Oh, it's a flight of 4
really?
rancor teeth you drink out of, made of some material. That's pretty cool.
Yes, Mario. Okay, you
That
remind
sounds
me.
cool.
The couple next to me at the bar ordered that, and it was very cool. It was basically a
You did-
sample of 4 different drinks in a little tray.
But you don't. It's not like this one where you get it.
No,
Cup.
well, you get to
you don't
keep
get to keep.
you get to keep it. Yeah, you take it home.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe.
You do get to keep the cups.
But it was 4. It was like a set of 4 little like shot glasses, kind of that were rancor.
That would
teeth.
be cool. I'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
See, what's funny is it's comparatively. I'm more like, oh, when I get there, I'll figure out what I want. My wife's like, no, we got to. She's more the planner. She's like,
Yeah.
You do you know what you're gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. We'll find out. That's something to keep in mind. I'll have to see if they still have that because I know they change stuff a lot.
Nick, the one drink I had there, the one that came with the special cup, I think it was $50 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It was
Holy
one drink because you got the special
Oh my
cup.
God.
with it.
You just
like-
you just give them. You don't look at the price. You just get
No,
what
it
you
was
want.
crazy. I think I had that one or 2 drinks and like some chips, and I think it was over $100. I was like,
Oh yeah.
That's great.
That's Disney. Oh yeah.
How is Disney not making a lot of? Are they?
Yeah.
I guess they're making. That's the one thing they're making money on is still the parks. I take it, or
yeah,
I
it
don't
must
know.
be.
I guess so.
'Cause I don't think they're not making much on the media side of it. I think that's been a black hole. You know, at least
I don't
from
know if
what I saw from. I think there was. Yeah, there was
Mario,
a
if you're
Forbes
still-
article. Yeah.
If Mario's still watching, I'm just curious: is the park busy every day? Has it slowed down at all?
Yeah.
I've seen stuff on YouTube, like guys that monitor, parks, and it's gotten busier, pretty busy, like lately. It was a little bit of a lull. I don't know about Galaxy's Edge per se, but I know the parks as a whole have been pretty busy over the holidays here. So, but I don't know numbers wise and stuff. So, I think we're about at that point. I think I got to run.
Me too.
I
I got
stuff to
hit
do.
this back here.
Yeah, I got work in the morning. I got a snow to clear still off the driveway.
Oh man,
It snowed. I woke up to about 9 inches of snow, and I did about half the driveway. So
how about this?
Yep.
That looks pretty good, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, you probably would have fought better than she did.
he's rough.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's wrap it up, guys.
Yeah.
good chat as always.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
And,
Definitely.
Okay,
Have a good
thanks,
weekend.
Dave. Thanks, Art. And
Yeah.
big shout out to Jeremy for coming on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too
And
bad we lost him, but it is what it is. So
everyone have a wonderful Christmas season. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody.
And we will see you guys in coming weeks, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Mariachi Mando. That sounds fun.
Mariachi Mando. I like it.
Adios.
Adios. All right. Thanks for
Take care,
watching.
guys.
Thanks. I'll see ya.